On your marks, get set, scroll!
No.
Imagine doing that. Imagine like doom scrolling until you like came across the same video. Cause so much content is just shared everywhere. Imagine doing that, like comparing between like reels or shorts and like TikTok, like because you're bound to come across the same video at some point. Like even though you're on other platforms, because everyone
Right.
shares the shit everywhere to multi fucking, promote
Yep.
yourself shit everywhere. It's fucking hard work.
I was doing that, but stopped.
Do you, do you know? Okay, so my algorithm on TikTok now is back to front broken. So you know how usually
Back to front broken.
you know how my this I'll get into that. So actually I should do the fuck before I go further. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. So I'll get that in the outro. So basically what I was gonna say is you know how I've talked about in the past where I talk about uploading my shorts or my content, and then you like kind of let it do its thing, and then you kind of get that spike in like the first 24, 48 hours, and then you kind of know where you're going, and then and then you see where that sits when it starts appearing, and then you move on.
Because you get some weird shit happening with.
Well, what's happening now
like,
YouTube, my videos just gave up gaining any viewers at all because I uploaded two different videos and they've got 0 views, and then 24 hours went later and I took it down and uploaded it again to space out time, and again, still no views. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there, what's been happening, so I'm going to delete them at some point.
It's an Aussie thing.
I don't know what's going on, but then TikTok's even worse now. So the reason I said why it's back to front, upside down, reverse, is that I'll upload a video, it kind of does whatever, and then, okay, it didn't work, so I'll upload my next video, within a day or 2 days, to allow that one to give us time. What ends up happening is I upload that video doesn't really do anything, but the previous video starts gaining traction after I've uploaded another video. And it's like, what? And then
because it's pushed that one, someone's got the last one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and it starts pushing the old one before the first one now, because usually the fresher content is what gets pushed. So your older content, that's what was working for me, is the older content would be pushed aside because the new content was in front. But no, now it's all back to front, so now it's like the new content is pushed backwards, and the previous content is like now pushed forwards in line because it's in that order process. And then I'll post another video, and then the one that didn't, which I thought didn't do good, will then start doing good after the fact again. So it's like this whole delayed, traction loop now, and it's very fucking confusing what the hell's going on.
It's very fucking broken.
It's like, that's not how I learnt with the algorithm with, posting content, and it's just like, what's going on?
Content is subjective. You can post anything, and, it'll hit someone, somewhere, some random time. All you can have is a picture of your thumb.
Yeah. I know, and that's the weird part. I've literally specifically put myself in the algorithm, on YouTube and stuff, that I was doing, playing Spider-Man, posting Spider-Man content. And what ended up happening was it went to the reverse effect. It was like, okay, you're playing Spider-Man, I started getting interest, and it goes, okay, you're posting more Spider-Man. We kind of get it, but can you stop? Okay, you're posting more Spider-Man, just fucking stop! Just stop posting Spider-Man! Right. It's like, I want to post more Spider-Man. No, and now it's like no views at all on any of my Spider-Man content. It's like, well, that's a bit harsh. The whole point is being in a repetitive motion of, being consistent on a niche thing. But then even though, it may not be relevant, it was still a niche thing that I thought I might have been put in a little algorithm. And I could have, enjoyed posting Spider-Man content and sharing it and having fun. And But it's just like, nah, we're going to fuck you over and you're not allowed to post any of that. I'm like, well, okay, cool. That's cheers for that, doing my little edits and mashups and stuff and trying to do something cool and creative in my style. But, with Spider-Man, it's just like, nah. It's like, you're not having any of that. It's like, oh.
Nah, fuck you, man.
I'm like, so now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with algorithms. I'm like, I am at a stump now again.
They are bullshit because
they change all the time.
There's no rhyme or reason to any of
it. I feel like it knows. Once it knows that you're getting on the rhythm pattern, it goes psych and just throws the curveball, and you go try and find it again.
Or it's the flavor of the day. Whatever's at that point in time is what's gonna get.
And that's the other worst part too. Is you could get on something that you kind of feel like it's the flavor taste. People are giving that little giving that little lick, and then you're like, oh, get into it. Create something that's my version of that, and you try and do it, and it's goes nowhere. And then you see other people doing similar, but different, and then they take off. It's just like, how the fuck does that happen? It's like, bro's doing similar. It's like, oh my god,
But also, if it isn't hate, no one fucking likes it.
I know. I feel like you got to rage bait everything. That's the other thing too. You got to be like slightly rage bait to get the controversial like happening, and that's where people will do anything
Like
now
I
if it's
put
controversial.
things, like you've seen, like I put titles of things as what it actually is.
Yeah. Like, and it's just.
But I've seen people put like, "Wow, this blah blah blah,", blah
And
like
speaking of
something
that,
that's not to do with it, and it's like
I can't remember what the Facebook account is, but I'm getting really sick of their bullshit. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like Game Bible or I can't remember what it was. Game something. They got their page on Facebook, and it's meant to be like gaming journalism. But now every time they title everything, it's all bullshit. It's got nothing. Like they clickbait the titles, but it doesn't explain anything. It's like they'll be like, oh, it's like the new release for this such and such, and it's like, and then you realize like, then people go, no, it's a mod that's being released for this. It's like it's not a new release of something. It's a mod, or it's this, it's that.
Because GTA 5 just had a patch on PC, and someone just goes, "Oh, GTA 6 PC is like." Oh, GTA 5, you idiot! Can you fucking read?
I know, it's just like, it's... I'm trying to see if I can find any of the posts, because they come up all the time. And it really, like, I just have to scroll for a bit.
Like, I feel...
I've got ads playing on sound coming up.
I feel ashamed to be a creator, because, like, I title things as it should be. There's no clickbait in... Well, I hope there's no fucking clickbait.
Oh, half the stuff is just shit. I'm trying to see if I can see it. There we go. Like, oh, is it Game Official? The Game Official that posts it?
That name itself is bad.
Like,
Game Official? Like, what?
Yeah, it's, let's have a look, because some of their stuff's just... It's just stupid shit they talk about. Like,
Game Official. What does that even mean?
I think it's that account. I'm just trying to think. Have a look. Oh, I've gone past.
You should took a screenshot.
Yeah, the posts are just so brain infuriating because they just like put a title and they mention something, and it's got nothing to do with the actual post. It's just like clickbait to get you to try and go to their post, and then it's just bullshit nonsense. And it's just like
to generate clicks. Like, I don't care about numbers. Everyone knows this, but you shouldn't be clickbaiting a fucking audience. Because eventually it's gonna bite you in the fucking ass.
Yeah, it's just so dumb. Like the brain logic is just infuriating.
Because
like,
when you post something that is on the money, they'll go, "Nah, it's just fucking clickbait."
Yeah, I know. It's just all stupid. It's like that's just all they.
It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Basically, oh, I'm still playing.
As soon as you post something that people want to see, they can be like, "Nah, I'll go somewhere else." It's like you just fucked yourself. Like,
I know, it's just stupid. It's just trying to find these. Just see if I can find it. I can't. No, I can't find it. No, it's not. It's too much shit. But yeah, no, it's just yeah, it will come up when I actually like not talking about it. When I'm wanting to talk about it,
right?
It won't come up. It's just dumb though, because it's like it's literally the most dumbest headlines, and it's got nothing to do with half the time. It's just, and sometimes the information is wrong as well, and it's just like, and then you even click into the link that they shared, and the article's got nothing to do, like doesn't even like explain shit properly. It doesn't. Yeah.
I hate it.
It's just like, did you do any research whatsoever? And it just gives us like anyone else that's like gaming journalism, like what we were doing for a while. I mean, we still kind of are, but like it just gives everyone else.
Scrolled Twitter in.
But that's saying
scroll Twitter in a while,
and it's bad because then it gives other like people that like us with the information that we go look actually do work for, like just gives everyone else in gaming journalism a bad name because, you know, people just get this assumption of what gaming journalism is like. It's just like that's not what it's like. That's just a portion that you've seen because they're just lazy or they're just clickbaity.
They're literally taking something they've either seen or heard briefly and made something up about it.
Yeah.
Like, well, there was a thing recently where someone just goes like, you know, there's a thing of sources, right? Like
and then people on the internet are just so dumb. There was like a comment. I don't know.
When you hear about the rumors about GTA, blah blah, you have like. If you can, reach out to Rockstar and say, is this verified? Is it... Like, they'll probably most likely tell you because, like, they don't want misinformation out there either.
At the same time, they'll try and deny a lot of it as well. But you
Yeah,
kind of
but
know with the
at
way
least you do
they.
your due
Yeah.
diligence to.
I mean, then if you
Like,
don't, but then say if you tried reaching out and you get no
that's like
feedback.
if someone said shit about you on a thing, I'll come to you and say like, "Hey, Daz,
Yeah.
someone, is this true?" Like,
That's what I mean. It's like if you tried reaching out to Rockstar and you got no word back, you would therefore state, "I did try reaching out. They didn't get back to me. So the
which means
information that
it's
I have is very, you
50-50,
know,
like,
it's take it with a grain of salt, you know, kind of thing, you know,
yeah,
because it's like I didn't get confirmation. You know, you be
right?
very transparent of what's going on. But like that's like, but like the internet is just backwards. How people are with shit is just backwards. People have no concept over things. Like it does get very frustrating. Like.
That's why I don't read shit. Well,
Like I
I
don't,
do,
and I
but
don't
it's
even
from
know half the time if people are serious or if they're or if they're just dumb, or they
right.
think this. It's like because like there's just so many things I come across. Like there was a post talking about like someone was mentioning the old Ben Stiller movie because it's like a Disney film, and it was like that that one where it's like that fitness. It's where everyone theorizes the story where it's like they say it's like the prequel to Dodgeball because
Oh,
the White Goodman, whatever his name was, it White Goodman. Like there's a movie that he's in and he's like a character that's very similar, which feels like that would be the story. It's always that movie theory thing. Like this is I can't remember what the movie was called. So it was like a
I'm
club
trying to
club.
think. I like.
It's not a Disney movie, but yeah, he's another character that's very similar as being like he
Hmm.
was in Dodgeball. Like it's like that. There's that theory that's been around for years, and I was scrolling through the thing, and the dude posts a thing going, "Oh, they should make a sequel to this," and then it specifically goes on to like say, you know, this, and then like his thing would be White Goodman, which would end up going to the whole Dodgeball thing. I was like, you've like you're literally narrating what the theory is for
What
Dodgeball for
dodgeball is?
one. But like you're talking about Dodgeball, you're saying they should make a movie on this character, which leads me into being this, which is a movie called Dodgeball. But then that's a theory that's been on the internet for years from people that have connected these two movies together. Like,
Yeah, I don't get what they're on.
and I'm like, this
Dodgeball
is.
exists.
I know, but like the theory that the guy's coming up with is like trying to make it saying like they should make it as a movie. I'm like, you know, this theory you're making up's been a video on YouTube. He's like, oh, show me, where's the link? Like trying to act like he came up with it or something. I'm like people just seem to like act like they come up with ideas
Does
when
he know there's a Dodgeball 2 coming as well, like
like
this year or next year?
but like even then it's like when people make these like movie theories up, like they exist. Like people know that these theories exist, but then people go, "Oh, I'm gonna take credit for it and say like I came up with this crazy idea." It's just like you know, like it's just yeah. There's receipts because people make
it's
content.
just fucked that like he thought that. Like,
Yeah, like where is it? I'll bring it up. It's because I replied to him. Like there's plenty of links everywhere. He must have replied back to me, but it's just so.
because Dodgeball 2 last year was
But
announced.
like
Like,
he's trying to like the where is it? Let me go back to the feed. So oh that's it. Heavyweights was the movie. So someone shared a thing going, "Happy 30th anniversary to the most underrated Disney movie of all times. Thank you, Ben Stiller," and it was Heavyweights. So so Tony Perkins Jr. was the character. Um, and there's a theory connection between Tony Perkins Jr. and White Goodman kind of like correlate with the similar kind of personality characters. And one feels like where he'd like hide away, change his name, and come back as a.
so weird that he did a Disney movie.
But like the dude posts on the photo going, "Idea for a sequel. After his humiliating downfall at Camp Hope, Tony Perkins Jr. spirals into obsession, determined to reclaim his status as a fitness mogul. Embittered by his failure, he reinvents himself under a new persona, White Goodman. Only by winning a dodgeball tournament in the Las Vegas will Tony manage to overcome his past failures." It's like, that's what dodgeball is! But you've literally gone and taken a theory of these two characters that like, aren't correlated, but it
You know what
kind of
I
makes sense.
feel would happen though?
And then it's like, oh my god! I'm like,
He's watched that movie
yeah, like
and
people have
he's just
theorized this.
like replaying the movie.
I'm like, you stole this idea from a YouTube video, and he goes, "If there is such a thing, I would much like to see it." And then someone goes, "Hell yeah, get Vince Vaughn to be the protagonist." And then the dude goes, "Actually, that's a great idea." I feel like this dude's just taking the piss take. But like, it's just like, really?
You wouldn't even call him a protagonist, really, but because technically they're all protagonists and antagonists. Like they're all as bad as one.
Like
as
it
one
just
another.
seems a bit like I don't know if these people like literally take themselves serious or if it's just.
Well, he's obviously seen it because he said all what dodgeball was pretty
I
much.
know,
Like, to a
that's what I
T.
mean. It's like that's what the fan theory was between those two movies, Heavyweight and
Yeah, but
Dodgeball.
there's
Like,
no connection.
no,
But
it's
like,
not. But it's just a fan. That's what I said. It's a fan theory
it's
between the characters, which
but
does,
like
which is kind of because if you look at the fan theory videos though, which it is very funny. Tony Perkins Jr. logo in that movie Heavyweights is pretty much the exact same logo they used for White Goodman in Dodgeball.
that's weird.
Like it's that's the thing. The attitude of the character as well is basically the exact
Yeah,
same.
that'd just be
Like,
a
like it's
like
like
a nod, like a
yeah, like an
coincidence.
Easter egg because it's like similar
Yeah.
characters. Like because it's like the whole gym junkie thing and the whole fitness buff and
Right.
like it's both correlates kind of the same because the whole point was he was
Because don't forget, Ben Stiller probably
did that like produced.
he probably helped with heavyweight because he
Yeah, like
writes a lot of his
yeah,
things he's in.
and that's why it was like a little Easter egg because it was like the whole thing because Dodgeball started off where he was like was it the end or at the start where he was like overweight? They talk about like he was overweight, and then you got like the buff thing, and then and that's what heavyweights was. Heavyweights was he was an overweight guy. He got in this thing, and that's why it's called heavyweights.
No,
He lost
didn't
all
he
his
get
weight.
overweight at the end of Dodgeball?
That's what I mean. That's why they correlate the movies because it's like he had his downfall and it relapsed on itself because he was overweight, got fit, stayed
Right.
fit, took the power trip to his head, and then lost, and then he went back to where how he started. Like it's a weird, and that's where the whole. But I think that's Ben Stiller making
Yeah.
that like an Easter egg reference back to these movies
Well,
because it's like
in
an
every one of
underrated
his
movie.
movies, there are subtle things throughout.
That yeah,
certain- like Tropic Thunder had stuff. That
That's
Walter
it.
Mitty that had some
yeah, like real reference to things that
little
like he's
things in
done.
them. Like they all got because he writes. He's it's under his thing, like he's
Yeah.
under his label.
That's
Like, he
it.
can do
So
what the fuck he wants with it.
he plays around with things when they get into productions and stuff, and because that's like
There was a thing as well. Like he said, like he would definitely make Tropic Thunder 2, like this day and age. Of like,
well he because
please.
he's in the I'll talk about it now. That's the Jack Black Santa movie.
What?
Dear Satan, Dear Santa, whatever it was.
Oh,
Um,
yep.
And he plays like Ben Stiller's in that, and he actually plays like Satan. So spoiler alert, it's past Christmas, so Jack Black's character is believed to be Satan, but he's not Satan. He's a demon, and Satan himself is actually Ben Stiller. So like it's this whole kind of, and it's kind of funny because, like if you follow the weird connection, there was like apparently like an Easter egg thing if I remember that it correlated with that when they did the Tenacious D movie when Ben Stiller was in it because he was like the music guy,
right.
but there was an Easter egg that was correlated to the devil as well. Like it was a weird Easter egg thing that they had there, so I feel like it was a calling back to that almost.
Because
And
Ben Stiller
because it was
wrote that movie with him
yeah,
as well. Like,
I think yeah, because I know in the movie it was Dave Grohl that playing Satan, but like there was a correlation
Yeah.
between why like there was a weird thing like why he was like the musician who knew about the pick, and there was this whole weird like there was like a thing behind this. It was
here's a fucking nut job,
mm,
which
the music guy. It's like get the pick. Blah,
makes
blah.
sense.
But no, like that's cool. Like there's all these things kind of correlate together in a sense, and kind of like little things are like calling back to like reference, and that's what Jack Black does as well. Like there's I like when actors do stuff and they always like have referenced callbacks to different things, like Easter eggs and stuff
Right.
between movies and stuff. So
I think because Arnold Schwarzenegger does the same thing. In
because
some movies, he says like I'll be back,
because
but he has that weird look like he's not at the camera, but it's like beside the camera and shit.
there
Like,
was a bit like that in the
things happen.
if you watch that latest trailer of the Minecraft movie as well, like you can kind of see like the little very Jack Blacky like he's doing the same kind of thing in this movie because it is a very Jack Black movie. Like so he's got references like if you watch the last trailer or like I was like oh there's some cheeky little like out of Minecraft references going on here like they're having fun with this like I was like that's cool like you know there was a few hiccups with the few trailers they had but like this last one I was like oh this movie's going to be a good movie like I'm keen for it. But
Yeah,
but
when's
yeah,
that?
so
That's this year, right?
April.
Oh fuck,
think
that's
it
not
was.
far off, is it?
But another thing I want to talk about as
Damn.
well, I finished off all episodes there because I think it was 10 episodes, 10, no 10. That new My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So I watched all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, so fucking good, so good. Like what Marvel's been putting out, like
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah. So they have a lot of changes, multiversal changes. You know, Connors is like female now. Like they've done all these different things. They introduced characters early on. Like it parallels. Like we got like Osborn instead of like Tony Stark as the mentor. Like they're doing a lot of big changes to like keep it like its own separate parallel from like the main MCU. But everything they've done, introducing like characters like Tombstone, like seeing like Lonnie like origin, seeing like Rhino's origin, like you see all these little pop up like references to characters, and you see their origins. It's like it's so good, like it's really good, and they've done they've done a really good job on this. Like I've been very invested in this like
Yeah, well, the
universe that
animated
it's creating.
Spider-Man stuff is always at least
Well, this
good to great.
because
Like,
this specifically is very Marvel's like because it's like a What If spin-off. Because they did that What If series, and the first series was like I enjoyed the first one. Second one didn't really catch me as much, and I haven't watched the third What If yet.
no, because once you do it once, it's
Because
it's
they're
one of them
different
ones
story
where-
arcs. Well, each What If is a different story arc, like set around a different character,
Yeah.
like as a main point. But they have like other stories kind of
but not
intertwined.
every character.
Yeah,
kinda-
but just how they introduced this, because like how they paralleled, like in Spider-Man, which we saw like the live action where we had like that scene where like Peter met like Stark in his house. It was like Osborn
Right.
instead, and that's how he first introduced to Osborn, because he was like looking for an intern, the whole internship smart. It was the same kind of parallel, but it was him instead, and that was really cool. And then all the little things that they've been bringing forwards, it's a nice like makes sense. Like it makes sense to why everything works, and it's
Right.
cool because how they did this, like, because originally it was going to be a prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but now this is still Tom Holland's Spider-Man in a sense, but in a multiverse. So it's like,
Yeah.
in theory, in your mind, it's still him, but it's, a cartoon version of Holland, but it's like a
Right.
different timeline. And I do like where they've gone with these changes, because it has bits of, like, it feels like you're getting the references to, like, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, but then you're getting the references to the Spider-Verse. And then you're also getting references to the
Because
Spider-Man game.
That's not
Like-
connected though. That Spider-Verse.
So
Like Into the Spider-Verse isn't nothing to do with the live-action stuff.
not necessarily like they're more like because things are parallel, so like things are
Yeah.
consistently always parallel. So even though they're not like in the same, like it's things are parallel, so things kind of always will happen the way they, that's what the second
Yeah.
Spider-Verse specifically said that, where his dad dies and he was like his whole point like in this that it was like I'm gonna save my dad. It's the thing, but it's like no, that's a canon event. Like that is a canon event. Like if you create that change,
like Bruce Wayne, his parents die. Like
yeah, that's a canon event. Like you can't change that. So things
I
can
mean,
be
some stories can, but not.
like, and that's like how they put it. Like where Peter gets
It's not they change it, but they change how, when, like they change.
and that's
But they're always gonna die at some point.
yeah, and that's like where this new Spider-Man series did that, because the canon event is Peter Parker will always be recruited by someone to join a science institute, where in the
Right.
live action it was Tony Stark's, in the animated it was Osborn's, but it's still the same thing. He still goes in as a study student, gets like the scholarship program, gets his internship, and does that. Like it's still the canon event. And I like that. Like we're seeing a different take, but it's still a canon event, and you see things take out differently because he was taken in by Osborn and not Tony Stark. So like he stayed friends with like Lonnie. He met Harry Osborn. He had different friends because
Well, the
how
thing
the
is,
events-
like even in the Raimi movies, Osborn was kind of like a father figure to.
and that's what I mean. And that's how Tony was in the live action. Tony became the father figure, which was kind of funny because it was always because of how he was friends with Harry. Osborn became the father figure, but in the live action, we had Tony Stark become the father figure, and they state that, and that's why he was always caring for him, and it was like this whole different parallel. But it was like it's cool the thought
Right.
like when you start breaking these things down and like how this series did it with the amount of changes they made, it felt very much like Spider-Man, like the games did.
Because as long as it happens, like he's always gonna have to have he has to have a mentor.
Because I don't want to
Doesn't
like
matter who it is. It could be, let's say, the next time like we get a new Spider-Man, it could be Nick Fury who takes him in. Could be
yeah. Like in
I
a
don't
different
know, like-
universe, if there's a different variation universe, like it could be in someone else.
Bruce
because
Banner. Could be
like exactly, it
Black
would make
Widow,
sense like
like,
if something like
anyone.
that happened because, but they did in this. Okay, so there's, I don't know, I don't think you'll actually end up watching the live action series, and it's like not necessarily spoiling things, but they did parallel the in No Way Home. How he's at the end, Holland goes to like he's fighting the Goblin, he goes to stab him with like the was it the wing, the glider? He was going to stab,
Yeah.
and then friggin' Maguire stops him. They paralleled that, so he's fighting
Ooh.
Scorpion, and he's getting really mad, and because
Yeah.
so in the like, because we know that with great power becomes great responsibility. We know that line. Well,
Yeah.
in this cartoon version, Norman gives him the quote, and he goes, "With great power comes great respect." So they've changed
Yeah,
it
'cause I'm
slightly. So he gets this mentality thing
pretty sure
that
he
he
did
needs to
that
be
as
better.
well in a live action somewhere. Like he said something like that in the
Yeah, like I think he's like,
first
you
Raimi
deserve
movie, right?
respect
Like
or
he
something.
said
Yeah,
something along them
you
lines
should take
to
respect,
Peter.
like respect yourself basically. Don't let people walk over you
Because
because like he's smart. Like it was to do
when the
with him being
Goblin Prince
smart.
killed himself,
Yeah,
he was having that little
yeah. He's like,
outburst.
don't be more respectful of yourself. Don't let people put you down, kind of thing. You
And
know.
also don't tell Harry. Like
Don't tell Harry, yeah. And so what they parallel that moment from No Way Home, where he's fighting Scorpion and he gets really mad, infuriated, like really like mad, like he does when he's fighting Goblin, and he has the tail and he's about to stop him, like stop him, and Lonnie steps in Tombstone and stops Peter from stabbing the Scorpion in the same sequence. So like again, that's a canon
right.
event, even though it was Tombstone
It
stopping
just
Spider-Man.
character
It was,
switch.
yeah, like I like it's cool how they're doing these things like that. Like they're canon events, and like even like how the technology was made in Spider Verse, where there was that whole multiverse portal thing that was being built, like that, and then that's
Yeah.
what that blew up the facility. Well, in this, they Peter accidentally helped build this whole kind of teleportation, which is kind of like that. It's like a multiversal device thing for Osborn. So I'm like, there's parallels. As I said, there's parallel things happening. You know, sorry if I've spoiled it for people, but I don't know. You know, it's not. I don't feel like it's spoilers per se, but like,
I wouldn't say spoilers,
but yeah, it's
I don't know.
cool.
Like I wouldn't say I'd never watch it,
And then the
but I'd
fact
watch
that
it at some point.
and then the fact
So
is they don't, because not many things have always kind of put on and that's why I feel like it reminded me of the game too, is because I haven't seen many. Like I'm guessing it's always kind of there where Harry creates an institute of his own, but I've never seen it out of sight of the game. Where in the second game, where we have the
yeah,
whole thing where Harry creates the institute, they come up with the idea in this series that Peter and his friend and Harry go, why did you create your own institute? And it's like, maybe I should, you know, and like it paralleled that almost. So it felt like they were grabbing all the different parallels to keep it in line with the story arc, and it parallels that, like each and everything going on. So you've got like
right.
the Holland series, then you've got this new animated series, you've got the Spider-Man game, and you've got Spider-Verse, and they're all kind of like happening in their own like universes, but they're all kind of paralleling because you've got like Venom's being introduced and like how Spiders being, you know, things, and then like how key events being of characters being created and taken out or introduced, and like you've got all these different things happening, and it's like like an interesting approach. Like I don't know, it's just I like the creativity that it's all you got to take it all in to like see this bigger picture, and it's like
Right.
amazing to see all these different works across the board kind of all working together. Like it's so good. Like it's just great. I'm just nerding
And
out.
thankfully, it
I'm
wasn't
nerding out.
overdone. It was
No,
kept
they did it really
short,
well.
so
Like
you didn't
yeah,
bloat the damn thing.
like I really
Which
enjoyed the animated series. Like I
I reckon they've learned though, because like a couple of years ago they would have bloated the fuck out of that and made it.
mm,
But no,
weird,
like
and
maybe they did. Maybe they did
because they
learn.
last, like I said, the last few things have kind of been getting a bit, but like I mean, I like the changes and how they did, and it just worked. It worked though because they changed some
Well,
things,
it
but not
changed it up
everything.
because if you tell the same story again, then
Because it was like in Spider Verse where we were introduced to it was Doc Ock, but she was female. Like it was a female Doc Ock in that in the Spider Verse. Like the
yeah,
different characters had their different swap traits, but it was kind of worked parallel because it was the same kind of character in sense, but it was like either the partner became that or that was that, and it was kind of cool because it was showing all those different traits. And I was like, oh, it's just
right.
so much. I'm like, I just had to kind of talk about this a little bit because I'm like, it was good. Like, go watch it if you want to watch it. Go watch it. Like, I'm sorry I may have talked about some moments, but like, I just needed to talk about it because it's all out now. Like, it's all episodes are up. I'm like,
right.
well, people are gonna talk about it soon enough either way, and I just don't want people to like give it flack. So I want to kind of talk positive about it because it was like I enjoyed it. Like I want another season already. Like it was good. Like it was some good simple television.
Well, I
Like
expect that in a few years when they got to.
yeah, because they got like the new. number 4,
But
whatever.
it takes years to make that kind of stuff.
Well, it's all built rigged because people were judging the animation quality, but it's all because it's all rigged now. Like in like everything's
Yeah.
3D model, and but it's like in a 2D plane, but then they can still move. It's an interesting way of doing it, but like it's really cool because everything's slapped onto a model. Then they can just animate the 3D model, and it was like how
they did the
Super.
Yeah, Super with Rain Wilson.
Mm.
That movie was so good though. Fuck. You forget these movies like Super. Who the fuck knows of that? No one that I know of.
That was a good superhero
But
movie. I know that was kind of a bit.
The fucking style.
That kind of was a little bit more like traditional comic book superhero live action, but like it felt. I don't know because you had like Kick-Ass.
They even put the powers and like when they hit.
But like that's the thing. Like I know we're kind of like weirdly segueing to not to confuse people. But like it was kind of like Kick-Ass did its thing, but it was like at the time Kick-Ass felt like a very low, like not low, but like that's more of a PC version of like what The Boys is to like.
It was underappreciated though.
And Super was like very underrated. Like Kick-Ass kind of made its way.
Fucked.
Super was like very.
Is fucked.
I know that. Oh, wasn't there that weird scene in that with Super? Wasn't that weird?
With what's the name? Like cracking under.
Yeah, that was that
like,
weird.
I was like, what the fuck?
But no.
Like that.
There's so many different superhero
movies.
There's so many, yeah, because there's so many different like hero movies we've had like through the years that like either like because what was the other one I was talking about recently? Oh, I didn't take the. Oh, I was talking to someone about it last night. They didn't take themselves too serious, and that's why it worked. Because we're saying because we because Monster Hunter tried too hard, and that's why that was just shit. Oh, what was it?
Oh, that fucking movie, yeah.
Because Monster Hunter was just. Oh, that's right. We're talking about bloody Mortal Kombat. Because it was like Mortal Kombat, like that more recent live action. They didn't take themselves so seriously.
So good.
And like they kept themselves in that realm of them being like. So then they had moments where the characters were doing brutal things and like killing characters that like we saw being dismembered and dead, but we know that they're going to come back because they can resurrect them. Like, because all of them get the most gruesome deaths,
except
like they're getting fatalities. No, they can bring half of them back because of what was it? Shadow Khan? Shao
Kahn.
No,
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. He can bring him back.
Shang Tsung.
But like that's the thing. Like it's literally like what Mortal Kombat like is in the game. Like you do these brutal fatalities that kill them like by slicing them up and dicing them and they're almost fucked up like acid baths.
I know the second one's done filming. I think like that's coming out this year.
Yeah. But that's what I mean though. Like they do
a lot
things.
Of characters aren't in it. They're in the first one.
Well, it's to give room for that, but they can bring characters back though. They have that ability because they're in that realm of the universe where characters aren't fine. Like they're not.
There's also so many fucking characters they can pick from to put in there in the first place.
That's why I think they kind of killed them off, but they're not. Like it's just we'll bring them back when we need to. Because I think there was one. I can't remember.
Well, it's not bring them back, but it's using their other forms. Like how you got Scorpion, because like Scorpion and Sub-Zero were human when the first movie was.
It was. And
then when they die, they turn into like
That's kind of where they were going
scorpions.
with, because they were kind of going that way with it.
Well, technically, he already did die in that movie, and then come back as what's it called? Because he gets the fire ability after he's dead. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because he comes back.
The Hellfire ability.
Because wasn't it? Because they kind of like. Because I think didn't Kano die in the first movie?
Kano got his eye.
Because I know he had his eye laser thing, and then they do something, and he's supposed to be back. I don't know if he's back, but like I know he's supposed to. He didn't. Yeah, it's very weird, but like they've done it in that realm.
I remember, like it's been a long. That came out like 2019.
Because we got the next one coming out soon, but like that's the thing, like it's in that realm where they are aware that these are like not specifically game characters, but it's in that kind of sci-fi kind of paranormal universe that these things can exist. So like magic kind of in sense exists, you know what I mean? Like these augmented cyborg equipment exists. You know what I mean? Like it's
who died in that Mortal Kombat movie? Kung Lao, Kano, Goro, and Sub-Zero. They all died.
Yeah. But is that because Scorpion was the main focus, wasn't it? In the
No, Sub-Zero
Or was it Sub-Zero the main bloke? But which Sub-Zero was it? Because there's like two of them. Because we were introduced to like two Sub-Zeros, no, it was two Sub-Zeros. Yeah, I can't remember that movie now, but it was.
Johnny Cage never died either. I don't think, did he?
Hey,
did Johnny Cage die? Because he's played by Carl Urban now.
No, he wasn't. One. He wasn't in the first one. He's
he?
being introduced in the second one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that Carl Urban's so like, hell yeah, boy.
But that's what I mean. Though, like, I like how they are aware, comparing to the older.
It's a clean-shaven Carl Urban.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at the other kind of Mortal Kombat movies, they kind of tried a little too hard, and then they killed characters, and like that
unless
was like
he keeps his beard, like they could have him with his beard. I think.
No, in the poster art, he has no beard. In that poster, I haven't. Yeah, the blonde hair, no beard.
Yeah, it looks so weird.
I know.
It'd be like his Hercules days all over again.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, I like when movies don't try so hard; they are aware of what they are.
I mean.
And you know,
them old Mortal Kombat movies are just bad in general.
I know, but like it's just like I said, comparing example when you look at like what Monster Hunter could have been.
The technology was good.
They tried so hard with that narrative for Monster Hunter, and it just ended up being the most shittest film with the concept that they went with. It was just like,
they went with the generic one for the masses who aren't fans. And
like we could have, because
like
we literally could have had a proper Monster Hunter film, but they wanted to have this
whole
jump through realms.
You're meant to go to cater for the fans.
I know, like these
newbies
people,
who are getting into the series.
But like these people jumping through a teleport, like they're like thrown through things from realms, like Earth realm, basically to this foreign realm, and then it's just all this bullshit. Like, it's like, why couldn't we have a proper adventure Monster Hunter film? Like, these people with these ideas that just change everything. It's like, I feel like they don't get the licensing; they just get the rights to the name.
Kano's back in the sequel, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He died, but he gets brought back. Like, specifically Kano.
Yeah, because no offense, that character kicked ass.
He was good. He was fucking hilarious. He was great. The attitude.
That's why he's coming back, because he's a favorite. Like,
what's I'm saying, that he was funny, unnecessarily funny, because Kano really isn't that funny in the games.
Oh, but he is.
They wrote.
He had his moments, but
but this was just like so good. I really do like that movie. That movie was good. That Mortal Kombat. Just the story at the start and how they had everything, and then the betrayal and like the hunting. They come to the
Sub-Zero and Scorpion betrayal, like
coming to find him, and then the children that were left, like all these things, like
That's still a sad movie. Like the start of that movie is fucked.
Like I like that they kept the law. They showed that law, like that dispute between, And speaking of that, which is a good segue, we finally got to that, which is a nice segue. Because the new season of Fortnite I wanted to talk about has my goddamn character in the game, which they've stolen without my rights, permission, put into Fortnite with no... I'm just mad. Do you know why I'm really mad? Because it's that fucking tier 10 out of 14 tiers in the Battle Pass for me to unlock my fucking pickle skin. I gotta fucking grind the game before I can fucking wear it for the rest of the game lifetime span of my life career in Fortnite.
You need no more fucking skins after that. Like,
I know. They made my pickle skin. It just kind of irks me a bit because there's like stuff that like it's close to my artwork that I've made. Like it's very close to my artwork, and I'm like, you motherfuckers are like fucking taking my shit.
Pickles are very
simple. I know. But like still, it's just like
Pickle Rick.
At least with Pickle Rick, they changed it up.
No, his is more. His isn't generic, to be fair. Like his has his face and his arms and his legs.
Well, remember, he's just a pickle body with a face on it, and then later on he makes himself into that bigger, like what it was, and he gives him the rat arms and legs and the whole staples all that shit together, and it's like, oh my god, that's a whole different thing. Like that was cool. It's still like small because he's a pickle. But no, it's just all these things. It's just like you motherfuckers. Like I've been requesting for a fucking pickle skin. Like every time they ask if there's a skin you could have in Fortnite, I'd always give him like a character like in the description.
Because there was that tomato dude, there was or the other
but like but like specifically, there are surveys that I've given them that I've specifically said make a pickle skin that's based off Peely, and as they describe this skin, he is a Peely-like character that is a pickle. I have requested that in every survey.
Because it was an easy thing. They just changed colors.
I've specifically said that in the surveys. Every time they've given me a survey and they've asked what skin would be great to add to the game, I've specifically said, add a pickle skin that is based off Peely. like do the like I've specifically to a T, and they fucking done it, and it infuriates me because that's the skin I wanted. If I ever became that was a goal I had set, as if I became a content creator and got to a point, if I, you know what I mean, create goals for yourself to try and achieve to get somewhere.
It's a bit late for that now because it's already in.
That was my goal. If I got popular and I could get somewhere with my Fortnite career, content creating, that I would get this skin. They've done it. Well, that means that they've fucking cucked me before my dream could come true, and now I have to give up on being a Fortnite content creator because it's fucking miserable. And fucking don't put all this hard work in, get no attention. It's bullshit, but I've got a skin. So, oh no, it's just like fuck me. Like, out of all things, like I did not expect them to be a pickle skin this year. It's fucking hilarious, but
I did eventually, but like.
But this battle pass,
it's a simple concept. Like,
yeah, it is.
You can't change too much about them. Like,
I know, but
it's just funny that it finally came after.
I know, like
a decade of Fortnite.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, I've been mentioning it. I've had like talked about it for so long.
What they do is just do what they did. Just take a peeler skin, just change colors, change a few things, and it does.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Like,
it would take one of their artists like maybe an hour less.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Just have to just as I said, all they do is because the arm shape parameters are the exact same as Peely's, except they're green. That's the arms and the legs. It's just you got to change from a banana body to a pickle body. Give him that weird little face expression. Because the funny thing was, the other thing is too, is the pickle face. This is why I feel like they may have done their research and they're aware of my stuff. I feel like this is just me feeling that they're aware, because my concept designs had similar eye artwork to Peely. They've specifically gone away. When you look at most of their characters are in that line of characters, they have the big black eyes, like generic look. That's the design I made for my pickle character. They've gone away from that look for this character. They've changed the eyes. They've given this weird little purdy mouth. Like, they've gone away from that to make him not look like Peely. When specifically that's the version I was trying to create that I wanted. And I feel like it just feels like me, like there's too many coincidences. I know it's just mostly a whole bunch of bullshit. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, it just feels so weird that they made him look a lot different, but, like, same at the same time. And how I imagined him to be created. Like, if I was to have him created, if I was to pitch the idea to them and say, this is how I wanted it. Like, it's basically how I wanted it. Like, there's no faults to it. Like, they've done it to a T. Exactly how I envisioned him to be.
He looks horrible.
I know. He's a pickle. That's the point. He's not meant to be attractive.
He looks like Gumby more than anything.
I know, and but they give him that weird purdy lips though. I didn't want him with the purdy lips because he was meant to have like Peely's mouth and big black eyes. Because my version has the big black eyes. That's how I've designed him, like with the big black eyes and the biggest grin mouth. Like, they've specifically gone away with that. They've gone away and given the most smallest mouth and the most smallest eyes.
There's a pickle Rick in there. Now there's a pickle. Like, what the fuck?
I know. It just feels very...
Pickle Rick looks better. Like, he looks like a pickle.
I know. But no, what I was gonna talk about though was they've got Sub-Zero now in the latest Battle Pass, but they've added his gauntlets as a weapon. They're fucking cool. So
the knife gauntlets.
They're just his gauntlets, but they're like the frost gauntlets. So you have them, and as you punch, you do his frost attacks.
Icicles.
Yeah, so you just use like ice punch and then, but they've really thought about it, because if you do if you're on ground level, you press the left trigger. He does like a frost slide, so he does a frost slide like kind of punch kick thing. But then if you're in the air and you press the left trigger while you're in the air, he does a downwards kick. He does a downwards kick onto your opponents. And then as you're fighting with its combos, he does the punches and does the same like and then does like the power move, like how he punches when you do a succession of, like, they've really thought it out. Like, and when you if you take down a opponent with the gauntlets without taking any damage, it goes brutality. Like, it's really cool. Like they've got like, it like has stuff, but like I was in one of the buildings and I was on a like melee spray with the gloves, like with the gauntlets, like hitting everyone. And as I'm doing it, the Mortal Kombat theme started playing. It was going dun 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 dun. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, because I'm like just going to do a spree like beating up everyone, and a spree started happening and just started playing the song like a slight off-tune version of it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, I was not expecting like the Mortal Kombat theme to just start playing as I'm using the gauntlets, punching and beating up
Right?
everyone.
Like
I was like, because it's like, because every time I kept going fatality, brutality, fatality, and then while that's playing, I was like, fuck, like this is really cool. Like, so I can just imagine what's gonna happen when they add Scorpion, and they'll have his gauntlets. So I'm hoping if they do it, they have that range attack where he can just like get over here. Like I'm hoping they have that and give it a range attack. Like that because there are like chain ability like weapons in Fortnite already. Like you've had different things you can pull and like grapple and stuff like that. So it's just taking that putting into a different weapon, and you could do that. I'm like, oh, just. But the biggest thing that we've looked at with the changes they've done, it does also feel like a very heavy Batman's season as well, because there's a well, it's Batman but not Batman. Like it's like on the nose, but we know it's Batman. Like there's an area there's an area that it's called Crime City. It's literally crime alley. Like the whole thing's literally crime alley. It's not even like it's literally like a Wish version of crime alley. Like it's not even trying, because there's a character that's in here and she's wears purple and she literally looks like a Catwoman, like the traditional purple suit Catwoman, which is like not even trying. Yeah. And then there's a character called I forgot her name now. Something Cassidy. Oh no, not Cassidy. Is it Cassidy Quinn? I think it was Cassidy Quinn. So I'm like, and she deals with suits and cards. I'm like, that's literally just Harley Quinn. Like that's literally like a knockoff Harley Quinn. They're not even trying. Like I'm like,
cards.
Yeah, like well that's what Harley Quinn's like, because she's like, because the Joker. There's the Joker and Harley Quinn's like the joke to the Joker, and she's like that whole. And this is what she's like. She dresses kind of like she's blonde. She wears red and black with some white in it. I'm like, you're not trying that hard. Like, her name's Quinn. Her name's Cassidy Quinn. Like, Harley Quinn. Like, you've not tried to change the surname at all. You've made her with blonde hair, the fairest white skin. Her colors are black and red with some white. She deals with suits of cards, and like, I'm like, you're not even trying. Like, this is clearly the Wish version of Harley Quinn or Harley Quinn's daughter. You've got a knockoff fucking.
I think they haven't got the rights to use them, so they just did their own.
Well, they do have those characters in Fortnite though, because they currently still have in the store the Japanese like.
That was a couple years ago.
Because like they have the license because they still keep bringing characters coming and going in this like. It doesn't change. It's very like they always have them popping in and out of the store. It's just I don't know. I just feel like because there's a narrative they're trying to go with the season. I guess that they gotta kind of keep in line. Like they can't make it
Batman, like
they can't make it heavy on the whole Batman side of things, but they can kind of like because the backdrop literally is like Crime Alley, and it's funny because I'm currently running the Batman skin because it looks funny. But because I'm looking at it right now, so I can look at these. But yeah, what's it? I'm double check her name. Yeah, Cassidy Quinn. But yeah, she wears like it's all suits of cards, like Ace of Hearts and stuff, and like all her whole things is aces, which kind of like is kind of funny. It's like if your mum was Harley Quinn and your dad was the Joker, you're gonna fall in line and be somewhere in the line of suiting cards because your dad's the Joker. You know what I mean? Like I was like they're not even like I said they're not even trying. Like she's sword play like. It's just, yeah. I was it. AKA the Queen of Spades. She's called the Queen of Spades. Like, do whatever it takes to even the odds.
But yes, she has the ace, but she's the Queen of Spades.
I know, because it's yeah. It's like they're trying to like avoid like trying to be. They're trying to
even trying at this point.
Like they're trying to avoid it, but then they're being like it's so silly. And then there's this other character here. What's her name? Joss, and I don't know, her hat is a traffic cone, so I don't know what the go is there.
There is no traffic cone in Batman, so...
No, so it's just a random anime character with a traffic cone head. Then there's Fletcher Kane, who's a Wolfman.
Fletcher Kane, that sounds familiar.
Which I feel like they're definitely appealing to the furry side of things, because he's a Wolfman. And then because they've added some skins in the store that literally are...
Well, you'd be surprised how many fucking furries are out there.
So, and yeah, so there's the Pickles, the Spicy Pickle. There's a Kesha Cross, who's some kind of sports type character. She's a dirt bike rider, I think. Bike racer. They had different characters in, but then they've got two different versions of Sub-Zero's outfits. They got the Baihan outfit, the Lin Kuei Cryomancer Legend, part of the classic combat set.
Lin Kuei.
So they have that
Lin Kuei
version, the
Quan.
Baihan outfit,
Quan.
and then they have specifically the Sub-Zero in brackets MK3 version. And the fact that they're so aware of like with the crossover, like I mean, this is specifically in Sub-Zero, like it's not like a knockoff, but they've even got an emote which is the frozen treat cart, where he rides around on the little push bike ice and he's giving out ice cream, like icy cones.
Right.
So it's a reference to because isn't that like a Babality or something like that? One of the friendly fatalities.
Yeah, back in that was a OG Xbox one, I think.
So like they've got all the different like they're really
the
having
fucking
fun with it.
Babalities, you had the animalities, you had the fucking
All the goofy stuff, like
so many different fatalities. Like turn the babies, they had go karts.
yeah,
At some point,
it's
like
like
there was Mortal Kombat racing, like little chibis in go karts. It was weird. Yeah, you had the animalities where they turned into animals.
Yeah.
They've tried everything in Mortal Kombat. Like it's been tried for every fucking genre, everything.
So yeah, they really had. I mean, it's cool that they're having fun. Like they're having fun as like designers this season. Like, a little bit more fun, not so serious, which is good.
We need NetherRealm to have fun with Mortal Kombat.
I know, like people need to have more fun when they're designing
stuff.
Shadow
Monks too.
Like this is a glider. I'm guessing you must surf on it, but it's called a pickle chip. It's literally like a giant pickle slice. It's not even a chip because it's wet and moist. It flaps around in the air. But it's kind of
they bring back that RPG mechanic to Mortal Kombat, like the roaming, like the crypt roaming, but it was like an RPG. It was weird.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool. Give us an open world Mortal Kombat where you goes like you go around just fighting people, like just go around and you just see like a Kano out in the distance or a Shang Tsung out there, and you gotta like fight him and like I don't know, it's weird. Like have the Earth realm against I don't know, it's like just do something with it. Give us a semi-open, not a fully open, but a semi-open.
Yeah, just add those kind of fun elements that we like back into the games. Because they
give us the kart racing again. Like give us that, but you have like the kart racing mini game. You have.
I just remember like when you always level up, you always have the things, and you'd go through the crypts, and you'd have to unlock your crypts, and you got rewards.
Yeah, you spend your points on the crypts, and
you go through and you find secret crypts that would unlock bonuses. Like you'd go to specific ones when you went to, and it's like told you to go to this crypt, and you'd open that and it'd tell you to go to this crypt, and they're like all these little puzzle ones that you got to go through and stuff.
Right.
Like, I like that. Like it was fun. It's different things. They just need to add more fun stuff back to games. Like I said, games are games. They're not meant to be serious. They're meant to be to take you away from the whole serious things and like make you enjoy. It's entertainment. It's not.
You get away from reality to play a game.
Try and get some.
That's what I've been loving of Avowed. Like it's, hey, if your life's like that, then fuck.
Yeah, that's it. So I know Avowed looks fun. Like I do want to play that at some.
Yeah, good.
But I said I was either trying to play it on
I think
PC.
I've nearly finished it already.
Oh really? Yeah, see, I don't think you played that much of it though.
I played like nearly 30 hours of it already.
Yeah, but that's a bit. I feel like it should have been longer than that. Yeah, it was a bit.
The game's short. Like, I think it's 35 hours to get through the story.
It's a bit.
Maybe less.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not a massive game. It's.
So I started playing. That's why I was like, oh, I want to give Skyrim a go. I just feel like I want to get in that route of games. Because like I said, I finished Shenmue.
Right.
I started Shenmue 2. I'm about halfway through that.
Shenmue.
So it's just like one of those things.
Shenmue.
So I don't know. It's just.
I like doing Avowed.
Avowed looks fun.
Finish that, then finish Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I haven't played that since. I played it the first time.
So that's the thing. So it's like I must just wait because I'll most likely come to PlayStation at some point because I'm not going to go out of my way to buy an Xbox to play it. So.
Nah. Yeah, because Avowed to be on PlayStation at some point. I reckon this year too.
But yeah, well, that'd be
sometime.
That'd be right.
And I'll buy it again happily.
Buy it again.
$120. Fuck me dead. How much it was on Xbox? $120.
That's crazy. And I don't know, that's $120, and then people apparently complaining and whatever it was that fucking Xbox PlayStation is expensive and whipping people. That's I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to get into that route. It's just gonna be a whole other rabbit hole of bullshit that I'm just getting sick of people fucking carrying on about. And it just does my head in every time with the consoles. They're all bad as one another. Like they're not no different. They're not as bad. They're not as good. They're all the same. End of the day.
I still want to get the physical of Avowed though for Xbox. I mean, it's physical, but there's no disc. But
I know how like what.
It's $140.
Because did you buy yours digitally or did you like actually digitally?
Yeah, I bought it digitally.
Oh, you should have just got the steelbook, bro.
Couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait. Isn't it out though? Can't you buy physical?
Hey.
Didn't you only have to wait like 5 days or something stupid like that?
Yeah.
No, you really couldn't
I
wait.
bought it and it had to wait like three days. I'm like,
so stupid. $120
the
for a digital
19th.
game.
I could play it the 19th.
You would have just better off just waiting. At least your money would have been worth it for the same price. At least you would have had something you could have held. Like
It was more money, but yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm still gonna buy it. Like, I will happily support this fucking game.
yeah.
People should. Like, I've been telling people, it's like, if you got Game Pass, try it. But if not, just fucking buy it. It's worth it. If you're a fan of RPGs and you're a fan of Obsidian, buy it.
Yeah, most of the majority of the money goes back to fucking Microsoft. They don't even get half their fucking shit. Sad. Because Obsidian did all the work. They should be deserving the paycheck, not fucking Microsoft.
And because I keep telling people, this is technically Pillars of Eternity 3.
Pillars of Eternity 3?
Yeah. That's what it is, really.
What is the fucking
Because it's set in that universe. Like,
oh, is it?
It follows on from Pillars 2, yeah.
The fuck is he on about?
What? Because they talk about the Dreadfire, which was in Pillars of Eternity 2, which is called Pillars of Eternity 2 Dreadfire, or Deadfire.
Pillars... What the fuck? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. It's an RPG. It's like how Baldur's Gate was. Because they made Baldur's Gate. Obsidian did Baldur's Gate as Interplay. That's Obsidian. Interplay went into Obsidian. Like, members went to there and some other place. That's why Pillars of Eternity looks like fucking Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Like,
that's a trap.
Why?
Yeah, no, that does kind of make sense. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And
this Avowed is because they wanted it to... They wanted it to hit more people, because make it a first-person RPG.
Yep.
You get more of an audience who can experience the PoE franchise. Because they're talking about pillars in this as well, like Pillars of Ardra, Pillars of... Because the pillars are like crystal... I don't know exactly what they are because I haven't played Pillars.
Pillars of Eternity.
But I'm slowly catching on through Avowed. Like they
did say, like it's dungeon crawler.
It's a standalone game, but it's set in that universe.
Set in that universe. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition is on.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it on PS4 1 and 2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Microsoft Corporation.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy him because I want to play him now after this, because I'm like, I want the lore behind like this whole fucking.
Well, currently, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Ultimate Edition is on special on the PlayStation.
How much?
$21.23, down from $84.95.
Oh, that's cheap, isn't it? Fuck.
On sale till the 27th of the 2nd.
I'll buy that on payday.
From the master. Oh, not even the. From it literally says, like on this trailer thing, it says from the masters at Obsidian. I don't even say from the makers. You know, like it's from the masters of. That's pretty cool. But it's like that dungeon crawly style, like it's top down kind of.
Well, when I think of RPG, I think of Obsidian and fucking BioWare, like.
Yeah, well, nowadays.
Like people think Bethesda, I'm like.
They just got a lot of things and things, really. That's all they've got.
Bethesda
they're not saying they're good.
Make that like
they're not good. They got a lot of
Elder Scrolls, or do they buy that as well? Like, do they get the rights to that as well?
No, I think they did it. Oh no, they might have done the
But
same thing as what they did with Fallout.
because Fallout they got made 3, which is pretty fucking different, and 1 and 2 are still the best Fallout games apparently.
Hmm.
And New Vegas
Vegas.
is the best modern Fallout, even though it was Obsidian who did it. Like,
Yeah.
like you can't make that shit up because Obsidian, they
Well, that's
care
why.
about the choices. They're good at RPGs. They've been making it for 20 fucking years.
The Outer Worlds, like.
Yeah, the Outer Worlds, which the second one comes out this year. Yeah,
I gotta get the first one and play that on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
I want to get it. I think I've got it on Xbox, but
It's
I want to play
quirky
it on
as fuck.
PlayStation. I want to get that because I got like the original version on Xbox.
Oh, Spacer's Choice.
But I want to get that's the enhanced version. Like that's the fully updated.
Yeah, that's for PS5.
So I want to get that version.
Yeah. Now they patched it and fixed it. Yeah.
I think I've got it. I think I've got it on PC because I think they gave it out one point on Epic or something like that. So I've got it on PC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to play it on PlayStation. So.
And considering the second one's coming to PS5 because the first one did on PS4, I think Beardy's next. Like that'd be the next one coming over.
That's gonna have to at some point. It's just time exclusive to Xbox.
And I will happily play it again.
Because don't we have Indiana Jones coming out soon?
March?
Something like that. Because wasn't it going to be originally February?
Hang on, Indiana Jones PS5. Because it released December. Okay, so I said spring 2025.
So soon, because it's winter for them currently in America.
Well, it's almost spring there,
Yeah,
like next month.
Yeah, so it'll be soon.
Yeah. Well, they said the first part of 2025, really. The first half. Oh. I hope there's a physical as well, like there was for Xbox.
I just wish.
Because I'll buy that again happily and play it because it's a good fucking game.
I've been just waiting because, like I said, I just have to wait now because I don't have an Xbox console. Like I've only got the PS5, so I have to wait. But I'm not concerned about waiting because I've got so many fucking games to play anyway.
Right.
That I've got to actually try and go through because, like, I'm actually trying to go through and play games now. It's like, and it's still I've still got to try and do because, like, Xbox, I bought so many games that I've never touched and played. Which is like, I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to some of these games.
Well, Skyrim's going to take you over 100 hours, so.
Because I installed that, I'm like, I want to at least try and play it because I've never actually completed it. So see how I go if I stick.
I've tried like 5 times to play it, but.
So see how I go with that because I keep remembering too. It's like I bought RoboCop, which I got to play, and I bought Terminator, which I got to play, and I'm like, try finish.
Hopefully they're 20 hours long, I think each. So not too bad.
But another thing I want to talk with games before we move on to everything else, was because you're not really playing much Call of Duty anymore. But you would have seen it anyway.
I uninstalled it.
Season 2 has dropped the reloads portion of the end half of the season now. We've got the new updates. We've got the new bullet train map. It's actually pretty fucking cool. A few other little maps here and there.
Is that a remastered map? Because there was a bullet train map. I
can't remember.
The recent one, not a recent, but the last 10 years.
It's fucking crazy though. It's like.
Let me have a look. Let me Google it. See if it is because I know by the look of it.
They brought back that what was that skateboard one? Skateboard map. That's back. Grind? Is it Grind?
Oh, Grind. With the half pipe tunnels.
Yeah. So that's back. But it is Ninja Turtle themed, and it's Ninja Turtle themed / Tony Hawk themed. So
what game is it? Black Ops 4. Fuck me dead. What game are we on to right now?
6. Yeah.
No, 6. Fuck, not 4.
I thought you were thinking it was from 4. The train. No.
Black Ops 6. What's it called?
It's called Bullet. The map's called Bullet for the bullet train.
Bullet.
So.
Bullet velocity. No, fuck. Oh no, that's completely different. Because there was a train one on one of them,
fast.
And you had like the one outside was this massive train. You had trains going up and down. and you had the
Oh,
inside
yeah, that's the thing.
the terminal.
Oh, yep.
That's what I thought they did because
No,
that
it's,
is
it's
a
a
better
proper,
map.
it's a
I
proper
think
bullet
like that
train.
map was intense.
It's fucking proper bullet train. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
Like
You know
it's
what it
going.
reminds me of? The movie Bullet Train.
I feel like they were doing that because I'm like looking to see if there's any Easter eggs because I'm like it kind of feels like it's a similar bullet train, and the fact that it's not like it's in like Europe, Japan, like wherever it was set,
Right.
Japan. I don't know.
Black Ops 6 players praise Bullet as the coolest map in COD
It's pretty
history. Oh,
cool.
for fuck's sake.
But the other thing is too
The
is they
coolest map in COD history.
because also too because the grind is Ninja Turtle themes. That was part and parcel of adding the Ninja Turtles to the game. So we have the 4 Ninja Turtles with corresponding weapons that reference to other characters from the franchise. There is I think in 5 days, 4 days now, 4 or 5 days now, there's the event starting, which will have the free/premium battle pass where the free will give you 2 foot soldiers, and the premium if you pay that 1,000 COD points, whatever it is, you get
2 foot soldiers. Fuck me dead.
you'll get Splinter at the end as the premium if you buy that premium version of the pass. So Splinter's, which is, I think technically with what those passes give you for 1,000 is very reasonable for what's in those packs. Well, I'm assuming it's still going to be 1,000. I haven't actually looked at the price.
I hope they go the Splinter in the same style as the Turtles.
Yeah. Here's like the traditional, like from the like 90s movies.
The old movies, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what Shredder was as well. The only downside to the Ninja Turtle bundles though is okay, you get a skin, you get the 2 gun blueprints, you get like finishers, whatever. Is that each turtle pack is valued at $30 each, so that is a total of $120 for 4 Ninja Turtles. Which is fucking ridiculous.
Fuck.
Yeah, if you wanted to get every turtles, but it is kind of funny though because they are proportionally to scale. So when they hold the guns, they look like little pew-pews in their hands because their hands are like
Yeah,
massive.
because the turtles are like 7 foot.
Yeah, they're huge. They're big, bulky, and they're hunched over.
Also, someone had a good point about this. If Call of Duty keeps going down this path of all these expensive things, COD should be free to play.
Yep, exactly. It should be. Like
it should,
like
because if you're selling $100 game and then selling
what should happen?
skins,
what should happen with Call of Duty is it should. Okay, so this is what they need to do because the way it's pushed out to you now, it should be multiplayer.
Just pay $50 for the campaign. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. It should be free to play. Multiplayer should be free to play, and if you want to play the campaign, it's treated as DLC because that's how it is treated. When you chuck in a disc, it downloads the campaign as DLC packs. It should be treated like that. If you want to buy it, it should be DLCs for you to buy to add on to your free to play game. It shouldn't be like, it should just be free to play. Let people just play your multiplayer game. The way that they're having these fucking skins is fucking ridiculous. The prices they're charging, especially when you have the Black Cell, which is like $45. Then you have all these skins, like all these things, all these microtransactions out the wazoo. Just literally make multiplayer. They would literally pull more players in if the multiplayer was free to play. They would 100% get more marketing.
And they get more.
They would, because you'd be more inclined. That's why I'm always more inclined to buy skins on Fortnite. It's because the game's free to play.
If I buy the game, I don't buy shit unless it's something I really want.
Yeah. It's like when they dropped the Terminator. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Terminator. And it was like 3,000 something COD points. I'm like, that's like $40 for that bundle. I'm like, fuck that. Like, it's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous what they're charging.
That's why I bought
And most of the skins they've been dropping lately before the Ninja Turtles dropped have been like the mythic high tier bundles, which are 3,000 credits plus for their fucking bundles, which is like $40 nearly, $35-$40 for these bundles. I'm like, that's fucked. This is a paid game. I paid like, $80 for this game to then have just more money shoved in my face that I'm not going to buy because it's a choice. But like, you shouldn't be marketing these things in paid games. Like, it's just fucked.
It's ridiculous. You shouldn't.
So I was like,
wrong.
I was keen. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Ninja Turtles. I'll buy Ninja Turtles. And I was like, nope, I'm not buying Ninja Turtles. Like, maybe I will at some point, but like, for a game that's like
ninjas.
But like, it's just fucked because like, it's for a game. Like, I always get second guessed because like, for a game that you're only going to get the characters to use for this game, they don't transition over to the next one half the time. Currently they only transition over to the Warzone, which I don't play Warzone. Like, what's the point of me buying characters if I'm going to use them in this game that I'm only going to maybe play and then uninstall and not touch again? Like I bought like some characters in the other ones. Like I can't access them again. Maybe if I go into Warzone, but I don't want to wear bloody
Right.
Skeletor in Warzone because he stands out like a sore thumb. Like it makes no sense. Like why can't I just carry those characters across? Allow me to have them in. It's just
I cannot tell you.
it's just ridiculous.
Because they just don't care. Like, they really don't care. I keep saying, like,
No.
you buy them and they just go, thanks for the money.
But next
Warzone.
month we should be hearing the announcement for the next Tony Hawk game, which could finally be the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster. Because
some big mouth fucking blurted it out.
because it was in the because they had it in that map when they dropped the map. There was on the board. You see the Tony Hawk logo thing, and you have the third or the fourth 25, which it's their month, day, year. But ironically enough, it makes sense why they choose 3 and 4 because that's what we're waiting to get is 3 and 4. So it's the whole kind of meta joke on the whole thing.
Yeah, because one of the skateboarders said,
yeah,
they're making the
he's
remaster
working. Yeah, I know
or
he's
remake.
working.
I was like,
his cameo is
naughty!
back. I know he's like, oh, I'm keen for my cameo to be back in this such and such. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Talking about it.
I think you knew when he says like, oh fuck, because
Yeah.
on the internet,
because he was like, he's just excited.
he'll probably never get told to go back there.
Oh well, I mean they kind of use him in all the games because he was.
But then again,
first...
it's a very close thing. Like, it's a couple of weeks away. So.
Oh, that's the thing, and the thing is too, it's only the remaster of 3 and 4. Like it's nothing. Like if it was a new game, it'd be kind of sucky. Like it was, I'm going to be in this game, and it was like a new announcement for a new title. But
I'm pretty sure it's a remake, like the first two. For
yeah, it is
because they're on the PS1 as
well.
Well.
They were going to do that ages ago. Like they were meant to come out, and then that got shelved. It got keyed. Like they were going to do 3 or 4, and it got keyed.
I've still got a sealed copy of the first two.
I know. I played that for a bit. I never went back to finish it off.
I bought it digitally. I was like, fuck it.
I know. I was thinking of getting it again for PlayStation as well.
Yeah,
because they were, and then like going for all
the trophies aren't bad. Like you can platinum them pretty.
They got
nicely.
most of the achievements on the Xbox, so I was like, oh, maybe I could do the. But it's one of the things to come back to when it's on special. Most probably get it cheap. That's if I like get on. I most things I buy digitally. It's like like I don't necessarily have to get physical. It saves a lot of space. Yeah. Space, physical space. Yes, it's like the first one digitally is still 84.
Physical space.
Might be cheaper to buy a physical copy.
It's cheaper, yeah.
So that's crazy because it's only on PS4, isn't it? Yeah.
What's that?
Is it PS5? Yeah.
I think it's digitally on PS5, but physically PS4. Let me have a look. It would be EB, I'm guessing.
Anyway,
Tony Hawk Tour.
Hawk Tour.
Tony Hawk Tour. Oh yeah, Pro Skater 1 and 2 on PS5.
Oh yeah. It has.
When they do that? Because mine's sealed PS4. There wasn't a PS5 one when I bought that.
A little bit after, I think, most probably. Who's that? It's just.
I kind of want to pick up the PS5 one. Yeah. I don't care if it's sealed or not, but I just want it to go to the thing.
Well,
especially if the 3 and 4 is coming, there'll be a PS5 release of that.
Well, that's exactly it. You get the higher, like
1, 2, 3. Unless they bundle them all in one, that'd be amazing as well.
That'd be cool if they did a re-release and put them all together. That would be good. That would
have them all on the one disc because they would all fit.
Yeah, because they're not big remasters. Like they're not crazy.
I mean, they are big, but they're
not like big. Not
these discs fit 150 gig.
And
they're roughly like what 10, 20 gig each. So they can fit it easy. It's just will Activision be smart enough to just here you got 3 and 4, but you can get extra say $10 each, 20 bucks. You get 1 or 2 with it.
Well, that's it. Because that's like how they like Hot Wheels now. Like Hot Wheels Unleashed is basically bundled together now. Anywhere you look, it's basically the 1 and 2 together. Yeah. Like they like you can't really get it individually. which is a good thing. Like, it's not bad that they got bundles together. Like, more
Yeah,
games should
because
be
it's
doing
cheaper
that.
too.
Like, more games should be doing that if they're not massive games. Like, they should be putting them together in packs, making bundle packs. Like,
Yeah, look, this game here that I cannot show just for a second.
oh,
That
we're
game
getting
right
to
there.
it. Yeah. I mean, we're basically into that segment of the episode anyway.
Yeah, because we've gone for
I
a
mean,
while already, haven't we?
oh no, it's only I'm going recording for only an hour and a bit.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, there's not much. Well, I haven't really got much. Unless there's anything that you wanted to bring up that's been going on. Like, it's usually me bringing up shit that I've
I'm trying to get people to play
seen.
Avowed, buy it. Like, fuck.
Like I said,
Support
I do want to
these
play it.
devs.
That's
Because
it.
just think, if this game does badly sales-wise, we know what Microsoft Xbox is like. If they get shut down, hell's gonna break fucking
Well, it's the same
loose.
as like what we said about fucking Days Gone. Like, people keep going about wanting a second game. Well, then support when Days Gone freaking brings out the remaster for PS5.
Well,
Like,
it's not aimed at everyone. It's aimed at new, because so many people now have a PS5 who never had one.
But that's the thing. That's why they have
Who
That's
never
why they
played
have.
Days Gone before.
But that's why they have the $10 upgrades. Like, buy the
It's
$10
aimed
upgrade.
at new people.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
I don't get the hate behind it. Like,
People just go, oh, give us a second one, give us a second one. That's the point. It's to bring the refresher to go, okay, like, hey, test the waters.
If there's
like,
any interest there.
that's saying if you want a second one, just pay, because you've clearly got it and you're a fan of it, just pay the $10 upgrade. It's not that hard to pay $10 to upgrade your game from PS4 to PS5, which that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay for the upgrade because I haven't played it. So I'm going to upgrade mine and play the PS5 version of it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't bought it, buy yourself just a PS5 version then. Otherwise, find yourself a PS4 copy, save yourself some money if you want to be stingy, but then it's still going to, like, because you're going to buy a PS4 copy of it physically.
Well, it's 15 for us here, I think. The $10 is 15.
Maybe. I don't know what it was. Because most of the time for me, it's always been $10, no matter what.
Oh, okay. I thought the exchange thing was still.
No,
a
they
thing for
just keep it $10 cap. Because there's been a lot of games where it's just been $10
that.
everywhere. But, like, even then, if you want to be stingy and you don't want to spend the money, buy the PS4 copy, because when you plug it into your PlayStation 5 and you upgrade to the PS5 copy, that acknowledges that you are inclined of interest. That ticks that interest box. That you are interested in this as a product and you're supporting it. So, like, even then, you can do that. Like, it's not a negative buying a cheap copy on sale or getting a second-hand copy, because you will be upgrading to that new version, paying that extra dollars. Like, I bought my copy cheap, and I've had it for
paying
years.
that extra dollars.
Paying those extra dollars.
Paying that extra dollars.
Like, it's not a bad thing. It's still supporting the company. It's like,
right?
it's only sometimes when it's had something upgraded.
You can fucking tell them that, but you know.
People just like to complain. Give us a second one. Give us a second one. Use your brain. You are the most probably everyone else got onto it late, like me, and were like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing!" When it doesn't count because it's out of the window period, and you know it's like surveys. You take surveys, you find the interest, you go, "Okay, this is what like." People just need to think. Support. Don't complain that you want a second one, but then you don't want to support the first one. Like,
right?
Like, fuck.
Yeah, but that's common sense.
I know. It's just, if you like it
And
that
this is why I
much,
keep saying, like, buy games you like. If you want to see, like, just buy them.
like, I've bought them multiple times. You know that I don't even play. Like, I
have no
spend
qualms
money.
buying games I like because it's money well spent. Like,
Exactly.
fuck.
It helps them. It shows that they are, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Obsidian, they're
It's just
a double A indie studio. Like, they're not massive.
No.
Their price tag of this game was massive, a full AAA game. But hey, it's fun. I fucking enjoy it. It's worth it. I enjoy it. I've no shame in saying that. I've seen so many people online say it's boring. It's like, I'm like,
I know.
What's boring about it? And they can't answer you.
Oh, they say it looks boring, but it's like, have you played it? No. Then how do you know? How do you know?
No, they watched it. Watching it is different than playing it. I keep saying that. Like, you can watch it, but you're not playing it.
I know. That's why I getting disappointed when I'm watching people play it. How they've advertised. I'm like, you make it look shit. Like, it looks like how it was advertised. It does look like a good game, but how people are portraying it is making it look bad. And I'm like, this is disappointing because people are making it seem like it's bad because one, they're either playing bad because they don't know how the fuck they're playing these games, or they're doing things in a way that are not meant to be done but they're then going, oh, it's big, you know what I mean? Because they're manipulating
Yep.
the view. And it's just like, and that's why I was like, that's why I was like, oh, I'm hating that. That's why I said to you the other day, it's like, I hate that it's looking bad, because like, it's to go deeper into it, is people are making it look bad. They're doing things that, going into safe zones and being like, I can't kill anyone. So, no, shit, it's a safe zone. Like, you're in a hub that you're not meant to harm people. Like, that's why you can't harm people. Or it's in a set narrative that you're not supposed to harm, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not Skyrim, where Skyrim has that bad, good narrative thing where you can just go around
but
killing
also
anyone.
you
There's no
can't
safe
kill
zones.
everyone in Skyrim either. Like, not everyone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, it's... Games do things a certain way because games either, like I said, they introduce safe zones for a reason for certain play styles or areas in games or mechanics. Like, or they don't. Like, these things are built like that. Like, every game does things a different way, but it's narratively driven because it's for a reason.
Look at Spider-Man. You can't hurt anyone except for the enemies.
No, you bump into people and push them over, like, push them out the way, but that's it. You can't actually hurt. Like that, but like that's like when you look at half these RPG games, a lot of them have that where if you can harm civilians or innocent, it's because that's part of the honor system in those games. They have a good bad honor system where games build off that, so that's why they have that. If games don't have that in that system, they're not going to allow you to kill certain characters, or because you're going into areas like where games have like dead zones where you're not allowed to withdraw weapons. All weapons have to be sheathed. So of course you're not going to be able to battle or punch or so because it's a peace zone. Like. It's just like, but people take things out of context and they just do all stupid things and be like, it's like, oh, stop making it look bad when it's not. Like
it's
play
not
it, enjoy
hard.
it. Like, I really want to play it. Like, it looks favorite. To me, like I said, when I looked at it, it reminds me of Fable. It 100% reminds me of Fable, and I like that because Fable is one of my favorite games of all time.
That's what I say. People like up. It's a good RPG. Choices matter.
Yeah.
Unlike I said, unlike Cyberpunk, where the same outcome no matter what you pick.
Yeah, I know. There's kind of lacking at the end where you could just choose one of the 5 fucking outcomes at the end.
But it all ends the same fucking way, nearly.
No, no. It's stupid.
Where Johnny gets out of your head no matter what you pick.
In a sense, I know. So stupid.
But I don't address.
But that's it. But no, if there's nothing else that this part of the pet segment of the podcast. I know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, exactly. I mean, my brain. Actually, that's one thing I want to talk about because we as a viewer have known, if you made it this far, we did start this podcast early. I was happy to start early because I had a late night last night. Daylight for me. You're actually seeing mine go from day to night. Like for me, for change. But yeah, I was down for it because I had a late night last night because I was playing Call of Duty, and then I was like, oh, I'll jump off because the new patch had just installed for Fortnite. And I was like, I'll play Fortnite, and then I played Fortnite till 2 a.m. and I was like, this is fucked. And then I went to sleep, and then only ended up having 3 hours sleep because I had to wake up because then I was feeling crook, and I was wondering why my body felt crook. Is because I needed to throw up because yesterday I had coffee, I had pizza. And then I had alcohol. So my gut was hating me. So then this morning I woke up and I just felt ill in the gut. So I had to throw up and then I couldn't get back to sleep because then I had to go do shit. So I was like, well, I'm not going to go back to sleep if I have to be up in an hour or so anyway. So I stayed up, played Rivals this morning. And then I had a nap. And then you messaged me just a bit after I woke up from my nap. And I got up to a few things and you're like, do you want to do podcast early? I'm like, why not? I was going to message you and actually say, because I was tired, do you want to do an early podcast? So I could have but now because I've napped for an hour and a half or whatever it was today, I'm going to be awake now for the rest of the evening now that we've done this early. I'm going to be bored, restless because I want to go to do the podcast. You know what I mean? Because I'm had the nap, I'm prepared to do the podcast. We've done it now. Usually we do it later, so my body's had myself charged for later. And now
but at least now you're done, you can just chill.
Yeah, I can go chill, play some games. Try to see if Jensen's going to get on tonight because he had an update.
You can actually go to sleep at a decent time.
Because they had an update
That's
the
what I'm
Fortnite,
gonna do.
So I was like, I couldn't play with them, so I was like, I'm just going to play him.
Because my sleep schedule was back to being normal.
It was, I know, I laughed. I was like, it was normal, and you've been doing stupid things. You got no one else to blame but yourself.
I blame Avowed. I blame Obsidian. I told him in their fucking Discord. It's like,
no, it's you.
I had my sleep schedule.
You chose to play that. You chose to play that. You chose to keep playing. I've got sense of control because I go, no, I'm done. I'm going to bed, and I pause my games and save them and go to
That's
bed.
what I did after
Last night
9
was Friday
hours.
night. I tortured myself. Yeah, same, but
I've 100% control. The game's, I can't get off the damn game.
it's like that.
The
I know
game is
I've been all over the place the last because I have bursts of everything going on. So I've been
fantastic.
playing games, I've been doing everything. I've been feeling like very like all over the place. I've been very overwhelmed lately, so I've been trying to distract myself with stuff, and then that's making it worse because I'm trying to get all these games and I'm like, oh my god, there's all these games I want to play, and there's all these things going. I'm just so overwhelmed by everything. And that's why it's just like I was just done yesterday.
Right.
It's just like because I got to have coffee because I need to focus because I've got to do research for shit. So I was like, I'll have coffee, which did. It helped me focus. It made me hyper focus. But then I had the upset stomach and everything because of coffee. And then I was like, we're going to have pizza for dinner. I was like, yeah, let's have pizza. I was like, well, it's Friday. I'll have a drink to work. Yeah, everything was just punishment. Blood for punishment. But I'm just trying, there's just so much going on. I'm just like, everything's overwhelming. I'm getting overwhelmed, depression, stress, everything. It's like, oh, it's too much happening.
Overwhelmed, depression, stress. Like,
Yeah, you ever been that overwhelmed by everything that you just go into
depression,
down?
stress. Like,
You get down all the spiral from everything being like, ugh! You're like, fuck, there's too much going on. Just stop. Loud noises. It's like a
yeah, but depression, stress.
yeah.
Fuck.
It's like a squeeze. There's so
How
much
to
going
get
on.
all
Like,
those S's, different S in there? Depression.
but like
It's
I'm trying to find my vision for my art lately. I've got a few here I want to show you. So I don't know which route. I'm kind of thinking whether to go down this route with my pieces because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for this gallery thing that I've got. So I had been doing my normal dot paintings, and then everyone kind of does dot painting. So like even though what I was doing was my own
yeah,
take on
because
it,
it's the
but everyone does that
common
kind of
thing. Like,
yeah, and it's that and like the mentor was saying, like that kind of style is like that the desert, desert dot painting, whatever, the outback. It's like I say, and it's like you gotta take it. It's like, are you in the outback? No. Are you in the desert? No. It's like, well, work out what's your, what's you. Find you, not just do what other people are doing. Do what you are doing. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to find
right?
that thing, and I took that, and it's just been hard because I had for a week there, a week and a bit, I hadn't figured out what I was doing, and I got lost again, and I was but then I harnessed that. I harnessed that feeling and the emotions, and that's what I was talking about. Overwhelmed, oppressed, oppressed. I'm feeling oppressed. I'm feeling repressed.
Oppressed. The overwhelming oppression.
Feeling repressed. But like, yeah. So I took a while. And I'm like trying to vent and get the thing, and then I just had to find myself in that mindset, and it kind of worked. So I've got a couple of paintings that I've been working on at the moment, which is not necessarily going down the route of what my final gallery piece will be, but it could be in that line. But I'm thinking of doing very like, I don't know, a different approach to my painting. So there's one there which kind of expresses the that feeling. This one actually expresses the emotions of like the stress, the strain, the entrapment. So like there's the person there and he's trapped by this thing. And he's stuck. He's stuck in that, the loop or whatever it is, and he's being drained. Feeling drained,
right.
and everything's about you is being drained. And then I specifically chose the colors that we've got, like the greys, because grey is a neutral color that's always associated with like depression and anxiety and stuff like that, stress. But then the blue and the reds correlate specifically to each one. So anxiety is red, while blue is depression. So I specifically use those colors to emphasize that this is the embodiment of anxiety and depression, and it's controlling and constraining and like sucking you dry kind of thing. So
Right.
like, then that's why it's kind of chaotic over here while it's so empty. So like you feel so empty, but the chaos is overwhelming. So like that's, and it's best not to explain it yourself. You shouldn't have to explain it out, but you kind of see it, and I just wanted to tell a story to explain the story. But that's just an idea that I came up with. Subjective.
Each person has a different.
Yeah, and I mean it does kind of feel like that is happening in a sense because you can see the squeeze around the person. It's very significant, stands out. It's green, and that's why I had the green like going into the mouth, like to say in the mouth is a black. Try to emphasize those things. So that was actually a very emotional piece. Like I put that feeling, sense of like all that into this because I don't normally do that. I don't normally focus things like that and put it into my artwork as such. Like I just let to create. So it was interesting to create this because this was the first time I really focused those specific things to create this. So it's
Right.
yeah, it's different. It's interesting. So And then I created some other things which kind of just like bounced off from that after I let myself out, like let myself go. I started creating other things, so I ended up creating this one here. There's a man in a boat, and there's a weird water creature. But then I kept the representation of the dot painting still in the night sky, like it's in the stars, like it's the story's still there. Then I did another one, like this is another one that randomly came to me, but then there's this. Two creatures, but it's the embodiment of like I guess love, life and love, like that, because it's two creatures,
like
but it creates
thing there.
Yeah, like it creates the heart, like the two creatures create the heart, so that's representation. It was just random. I was like, I just kind of just let it come through, and then there's this one here. There's a couple of guys in the woods walking through, but
I thought they were whales on legs.
Yeah, they kind of are. They're like little whale, like I don't know, weird whale men, but like they got the dots because they're blending in with the stars, kind of thing at night. Like, and I was thinking maybe I should do more with that. Maybe I was thinking I had a few little ideas. Maybe whether I should do some more work on these guys as a side project, maybe, and work on something. But I've got ideas happening. I'm like, I like how that looked.
Right.
It just feels. I was thinking maybe I could do a storybook, make up a story. I don't know. Let's see how I go. But that's me just adding more to my workload of things I shouldn't be doing right now. But you know, but like I do like how that works out. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool if I did paint the pages and scan them and then put them into a book, and then work with that from there, like the story. So see how I go, see how that goes. But I mean, I do like how that's turned out. So if I keep within that style, maybe
tell you a story through a few pages, like
because I mean that kind of feels like it's in that kind of realm with that. Like it does feel the same. In a sense, but yeah, it's different. So yeah, I know.
Perspective.
Just something about the night sky, everything being black at night time.
Because that could be that thing sideways. You never fucking know.
Who knows? Like that's exactly it. It could be anything. So yeah, it's something that I've just been doing. That's the current wave of paintings I've been doing. I'm thinking trying to do more of that. See where I go with that. As a thought. So. Yeah, so it's hard because, like I said, it's having it's cool idea, like having a gallery to be like, oh, I get to put a piece up, but then it's like it gets to the point where you have space, and it's like, is it one piece? That's one piece of work, or is it multiple pieces of work that create the one piece of work? And it's like, fuck, like I don't know, like I'm like very meticulous. It's like I like to know what I'm working with, then I can go from there. So it's like I don't know whether I just make one big piece.
You don't know until it's done, like...
Yes, it's like, or do I do multiple things and just combine them together, you know? Do I do elements where it's combining all these things, so these are all part of the bigger picture, so these are small stories, or... Like, I don't know, so I'm at that point where it's like, I guess I'll see whatever other pieces I create, and if it correlates with any of these, I might contribute these to that full piece in the gallery, or not. Like, I don't know yet, so... Time will tell, but it's getting close.
No, you'll find out eventually, like...
It'll come to me, and it's like I've had ideas. I've been writing concepts, drawing different concepts down, but it's getting the right feel for it all in the end, like what works. So, yeah. So I'll see how I go.
One day you'll just go click, done.
That's it. Like, I mean, it's got to be done by some point because in a couple of months, like the gallery, like it will be that point. But yeah, it's one of those things. So I'm definitely like looking forward to it, but it's very overwhelming. So, and it kind of threw me out. And what's kind of threw me out the most too is. I've been working with a particular set because of the way my brain is. I work with what I've got, the type of stuff I have. But being commissioned to basically get paid commission to do this adds to the point to it. And it's like, why not? It's like, well, and the people like, some people are just like, cheaper stuff is the bad stuff. Like, don't use cheap stuff. It's like, well, that's all I use because that's all I can afford. And it's like, if I'm going to have the money for commission, do I use that to buy the premium stuff? But then I don't know how the premium stuff's going to work. Because I don't use premium stuff, so I don't know how the quality is
and then you waste.
Yeah, and it's like I could use the premium stuff, but then that, because of how things move and flow, because the textures of paints and stuff, my painting's going to be completely different to what I've been doing. So then it looks different, it feels, because it comes out different. Like, there's so many things, it's just why it's like, it's all overwhelming. It's just like, all these variables. It's just like, it's, yeah. It's one of those things. So.
It's just why artists don't change what they do.
Oh, it's one of those things.
They have a formula and they fucking stick with it.
You kind of do, yeah. Like, because
look at Bob Ross. The same thing all the time, but it comes out to amazing fucking work.
But I mean, because like a lot of artists, like looking when I was doing some research, they all change sometimes, even though they're in their styles. Their stuff does
Yeah.
slightly change
Well,
because of what they're painting.
you've got certain techniques, right? Like,
Mm, use those techniques. So what works best?
and of course, most people can't. Like 99% of people can't replicate the same thing twice. So
And that's the hard part for me sometimes too. Is it's like, but then I guess it's taking those elements and focusing those elements to then do within that. Like, because me, like, because I painted like that, like, because I painted this, okay, I know what it looks like, but I couldn't do the same thing again because this was
right,
using like the emotions to create this. I could replicate it, but then it would look generic and bland because the emotions aren't in that. It's a copy.
yep,
It's trying to, this had the passion, this had that, and then it would just be a cheap knockoff because it didn't have the feeling and it's just yeah,
right.
it all adds to it. It's all a whole. Uh, it's just uh,
But that's art, though.
it is art. It's just yeah, it's, it's very bleh. I love it, but it's
Yeah,
good
it's
that
art.
I've got the opportunity to go down this route, which is nice. So.
Like the fuckers who vomit on a canvas and put it up.
I know. Like that's the thing, because like anything is technically art. It's just people are lucky to get themselves in a gallery. It's like for some of the most simplest things. It's just like
Like someone put a fucking line on a wall and it was art. I'm like,
yeah. It's just
that's not gonna chuck when they have the paint and they just make it dangle over the thing and it just paints
I
what it
know. Like it's not even them painting. It's just letting nature. Like that. But again, that's part of the performance. It's letting
physics.
like it's that's part of their art form. Is letting physics do the work. There's a thing to it. Like
I mean, technically they can guide it. That's about it. Like they guide it loosely.
there was
Like they just give it a swing here and there, like in a different direction. Like
when we're doing this thing, there was a video we watched, and there was actually an artist that I think if I'm correct has passed, but they wrote up a whole schematic of like designs and stuff that are designed for buildings, like paintings for buildings, and
yeah,
people can pay to get like pay for the artwork, and they basically get given the recipe of like how to paint them, like which colors to use, and then where the lines go and the shapes go, and like, but it's still technically in a sense accredited to the artist, even though they're now dead. Like in that itself, it's crazy. It's like how art works. It's like this artist has died, but they're still technically creating art because they've left these recipes, like these blueprints for people, and they can buy and then put on their
right.
galleries on the outside to create art on the walls, the exterior artworks. And it's just like this artist is still creating artwork, you know, from beyond the grave technically because they've written all these like steps out and how to do it all. It's just crazy to think like people pay money for it. It's just like what the fuck, like.
People people pay for anything and everything.
But like, and then also sorry in the video we were watching different things. They showed us a video where, which I mean, it is very relatable. But this happened like years ago, which is the crazy part because it feels relatable for me now. Is that like I'm trying hard to find work and get work and and that's what this guy was talking about because he was in the same boat when he was younger, is trying to find employment and you're regularly applying for jobs and trying to hear back and go and never hearing it and I can't remember what the actual there's a thing to it, but like he basically ended up saying it's like your focus art is now that is where you are, like that is your thing. Like you've applied
Right.
for jobs, you're trying for jobs. There's you're not getting there, so that's not your job. Like life's pushing you in that direction because that's where you're meant to be your own boss. Create your own art, do your own thing. This is where you're going to make money from. Like it's interesting, like in a sense that it's just it's weird how he explains it. It makes more sense with how he explains it, and it really makes sense, and it really like is relatable because like in the same sense where I'm applying my ass off for jobs and doing all the hoops and stuff, and it's like how do you not hear things back? It's like, but art is there. Like this art was always making the calling, and that's kind of like me, which is weirdly enough like I'm in that boat where he was in that boat where and he's like a 50-year-old man now, 60-year-old, and he's still doing art like to this day. This
Damn.
guy like in this video, yeah, like. But like that, like when he like so he was in the same boat when he was younger. He tried for jobs, and it's like it's just weird. It's just like how relatable it is even to today. Like it's the same thing still happening. Like people get stuck in that rut, and you can't get out of it. It's just the way life is. It's kind of sad that trying to get jobs and stuff, and it's just
It's
hard.
fucked out. It's fucked out there.
But
Because the fuck part is You go for a job, you need experience, but they want new
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I know, because it's like a lot of jobs that I was looking at, that was because it's like, oh, I've got a forklift ticket, but then they were specifically looking for people that had 6 months experience. It's like, how are people going to get the 6 months experience? That's like you're wanting someone that's recently got a license and then was able to get into a job as forklifting. It's like, how, like, people need to get these jobs to get that experience. Like, specifically, like, if they ask for someone with 2 years experience or 3 years, that would make sense. Like, I'd understand. They want more, But specifically going, oh, we want someone with 6 months experience. Like, the people that are applying for these jobs are those ones that need that. That are wanting to get that 6 months
Right?
experience.
Like
Like,
there was
that logic makes no
the thing.
sense.
It wasn't
Like,
a job per se. It was a house, right?
yeah,
Like because this is a few years ago. Like gonna go rent my first house,
yeah.
and the dude's like, "Have you rented before?" I went, "No, I'm going for my first house." He
That's
goes,
one, yeah.
"You need a like place where you've been previously." I'm like, "This is my first time." Like,
Like, I've lived at my parents. Like, it's what you want. Like, I just half time. That's what you put
like
down to say you've
yeah, but
lived.
nothing worked. Like everything, nothing.
Yeah, it's like
Like, how do you get experience when you
for
can't
living.
get
Yeah,
experience?
the experience of living in a house to like rent a house when you've got, yeah. That's the point
Like,
of like,
how does a first time renter start off without
yeah,
like
without being accepted. I know some of these restrictions is just stupid on some of these places. Like, you need to have experience renting to trust you. It's like, well, that's why I'm trying to rent. I want to move out. Like,
because I need somewhere to live. Like I'm
right,
not doing anything shady. I just want somewhere to live.
yeah, I know these stupid policies they have on bullshit is just stupid. It's
Like
just for jobs, for living. It's like everything's just it's just to fuck you over. It's like there's no chance for no new person trying to like move out or get a job. Like it really sucks when you look at it. It really sucks for people that are in the younger generations that are wanting to become independent adults, like get their first job or get their first house or buy their first car. It's like you need all this bullshit that you can't have. It's like that's why you're doing these things because it's your first time doing it. And
right.
like it's just a catch 20. It's just frustrating. It's just
It's
like
like a thing. I
I'm
had to have
applying for this
rented
job
to
because I
rent.
need to get money, so I'm applying for the job so I can earn money. Have you got any experience working? No, this is my first time job. Like that's why I'm applying for a job because I haven't got a job. Like I need money. Like how else do you get experience working if you don't work? Like correlation is just so
Like
bad.
I don't know. I, I don't know. The whole thing's fucked.
The whole system is just backwards. It's because they give these people like this much power when for people to apply. I feel like if you haven't
But
got a
power
job,
for what? To saying no and then complaining you got no one to
yeah, exactly. It's stupid.
you brought no one on because like everyone doesn't fit the criteria. Like
It's just dumb.
what's the bet? Someone you told to fuck off because they didn't have it would have been one of your best fucking employees.
Well, that's it.
I
Like
said,
that's
like, I would have loved to get a house that day because, like, hey, I'm one of the best people out there who wouldn't trash a house.
I know.
Like,
I was like one time with the job, like I was like job
but
that I was really suited
hey,
for,
first
but I just
time
wanted to work.
renter hasn't rented needs a history. Like,
But I was like one job I applied for a while, this ages ago. It's just like, and I was concerned like I was a suited candidate, and my concern was like I wanted to know if there's flexibility because of my kids, because I'm the only one to drive, and they end up in the end just turning me down for someone that was useless. Like they turned me down because they were available more so than I was because I needed to flex. I wanted to work out flexibility. They didn't even get to the point to consider what flexibility they could offer me or what I could offer
right?
them. They ended up just going, "No, you're not suited," and then hiring someone else that was completely useless. Like it's just ridiculous how their logic works. It's like I'm trying to work with you guys to work out what plan of action we can work that suits me and suits you, so you can get the most efficient amount of work. And then, but you'll go with something that's actually more available, but then completely useless. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just like the logic. It's like, oh yeah, they're free, we'll take them, but like they're not going to get anything
There
done.
is no fucking logic.
Like it's just fucked. Like it's just ridiculous.
There is no fucking logic in any of it.
But anyway,
None.
two more things here. Lego tractor,
Oh, Technic.
new one. Cool, it's new, just released like one of
A
the recent
digger.
releases. That's cool. And
Yeah, diggy diggy hole.
He-Man stuff.
Oh snap!
Turtles
The
crossover.
Rattler,
Oh, that's the Ninja Turtle crossover. Another
the
wave.
Rattler,
Another wave of them. So show them.
right?
Yeah, I wanted to show them quickly. So I'd get them out the way. They're my pickups. So art pickups. And then your pickups. You got pickups. I wanted to get through that.
Yes, I've
Um,
got some interesting things that I found.
I want to know what you got.
Two of these were sealed. One is still sealed.
Mhm.
But one of the interesting ones I found was the Jedi Knight case.
Yeah, I know. I missed that window when they had them.
20-30 bucks on eBay, still sealed.
That's all right. I
I
remember
opened
when they
mine,
came.
of course, because I haven't bought them digitally, so I'm
Mm,
ready to play them.
mm.
But yeah, these games are mate. Okay, I have a confession. Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. It's fucking hard. That is not intuitive at all
Uh-huh.
as a FPS.
And there's no help. There's no nothing.
There's no help.
You get
Nope.
lost. You get lost.
There's
pretty
no
much.
map. Nothing.
Mhm.
I'm doing circles. The first level took me 2 hours.
It's just unfortunately, it's just for that time. It's just bad game design at its time. But
Yeah,
that's.
the 90s,
But they didn't know. They
97,
didn't know. Now they know.
98.
But at the time, they didn't know.
Well, they did. They had Doom. It did it way fucking better previously.
But that's what I'm saying. There wasn't too much to really compare with to see what. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
That's
I
not
am
bad
sad
though.
to get nothing with them though. Still, like just it's on the inside. But having both of them on a disc,
Oh, some only
they're
end up just coming with the warranty sleeve. It's kind of
they're
shit.
3 giga game too. I'm like,
Mm.
ooh, not
Yeah, I
bad.
remember when they came out. Some of them had that white sleeve in them with just the warranty bullshit on them.
Yeah, right. Just pretty much what's printed on the thing now. Yeah, but that was sealed. That was lovely. I'm like, do I keep it sealed? Nah. But this is sealed. I'm contemplating getting another copy that's not sealed because it's Syndicate.
Oh
And it's
shit!
sealed like the PS seal's still there.
Oh
Like
fucking hell!
it is fucking sealed, baby.
I forgot about that game.
I'm like, I forgot
Yeah,
that I ordered it like brand new. Like
yeah. That would be because that's something that's like way under the radar. That was way under the radar. That was like you would mention Syndicate. Most people are like what? Like they'd be like what Assassin's Creed or something
yeah,
like.
like it.
Because there's
Who
like the only
did it?
Syndicate that
EA,
I
like
remember is like Assassin's Creed, and people like you mentioned Syndicate, they'd be like Assassin's Creed. No, like this is EA, like there's something different. Like
that's right. Like, do I keep it sealed because this
yeah, yeah.
a few
If it,
years this is going to be fucking
if you
hundreds
can,
because
I
who
mean,
the fuck has it?
if you can get yourself another copy, why not? Then you could be the guy that has two copies. Like
Whoa, a sealed and one not sealed.
that's what I mean.
Like this is still in like very like not even a
Yeah,
rip on the fucking plastic. Like I w-
that's crazy.
I got it. I was like, why is it sealed? And then I looked and went, oh, I bought it. It was brand new. 30-40 bucks.
That's not bad.
No.
Uh
I found out there was not even an Australian copy of this back in the day.
no,
Like
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
just
Like it's very like
it was we got the EU version, they just stuck the MA sticker on there.
that's crazy. 2012.
Yeah, bit of fucking history right there. Because I made a short about it. I'm like, this turned up in the mail. It's sealed. Do I open it or get a new one? Like, get another one. um, and these here are some bangers. This arrived yesterday, the same as Star Wars. I don't know. But Enchanted Arms by FromSoft, published by Ubisoft. This game is weird. It's got that edgy writing. I did see a cutscene of it, but I'm keen to get into it. It's a turn-based RPG
Yeah.
by FromSoft. Like I forgot they even did other like it. They did a few 360 only games. Well, this is not. This is on PS3 as well. Eventually, this was a year on Xbox first, but it's also back compat with Series X. So best way to play it. I'm happy. Um, next we have a a banger, which I will die on the hill. This has some of the best facial, but not facial capture. Like the way the face moves, the mouth syncs up with the words. This game was 2007, and it puts games today to shame. But it's Conan for the 360, PS3 as well, but the PS3 doesn't have trophies, so I got it on the 360 to get the Achievos. This game is a God of War clone, technically. Like it plays just like God of War. Looks like God of War, plays like God of War. They got Schwarzenegger lookalike as the as the protagonist. Like they got half of his face like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the other half like
I know, it's very
it's
weird.
weird. But the lip sync in this game is fucking near perfect. Like it's on par with like Insomniac today, like back then in 2007. Like I commend it for that.
I know, I did
And
watch you play a bit of that.
yeah, it's just like God of War. Like that's what it plays like. But
that's why they took that
fantastic.
kind of stuff and they tried to put that in the Exiles, but it just didn't work. But they use like referencing, if that makes sense. Not like they
Right.
use that Conan as referencing, and that's why it looks very much similar still. But they use that as like, oh, we've got a game that's been made previously. Let's use reference points from that to try and like go wherever we're going with Exile. And that's why the feel, a lot of the, that's why you look at most Conan games. They all kind of look and feel the exact same because they all take
Yeah.
reference from each other. They didn't
Except
go.
Conan Exiles are so fucking good.
I know, but they just didn't do their own. Like they did the mechanically their own thing. It's just the aesthetic kind of looks like every other Conan game instead of trying to do their
Yeah.
own.
Out in the
Like,
middle of a desert, like
yeah,
yeah.
it's like it's Conan. Do your own thing. So much.
This one here, I never heard about until recently. You probably never heard of it unless you have, but fucking Bullet Witch.
Yes, I have. I played. I don't know if I've got a copy of it though. I've played it.
Atari. I'm like, what?
That's the fucking. Cause that's I've rented that out.
Cost me
$100.
$100
Holy shit!
because it is an expensive fucking game. It has shot up in price.
2007.
Yeah, Bullet Witch. Yeah, like it. I got it for $99, I think.
That because that was like
Because
early.
it's still in very good still in very good nick. Like
because that reminded me
book
of like Bayonetta.
yeah, before Bayonetta. Because this was what 2000, probably the same year,
2006.
2007. Oh, 6. Fuck. Yeah, because it's on 360 and PC. It's weird that they never put like the Xbox exclusive thing on there. I think some copies have it, some copies don't. From what I've seen, I got one with no exclusivity thing on there. So I got a rare one that doesn't have it. So I don't know.
Oh, they
The hit and miss.
The same people that made that did near Gaslat, near Replicant.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
AQ Interactive. AQ? AO? Oh, they did Near.
Yeah, that's it. Near. That's pronounced.
Huh. I see the combat similarities then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can see it. They've done a bunch of different games.
And lastly, last but not least, this is a game of our childhoods, Des. But back when we played it, it would have been on the original Xbox, PS2. Burnout Revenge.
Yeah, I seen you play that.
It's so fucking nice on the Series X. Like it felt so good to play.
Yeah, you're playing the other one too on PlayStation as well. Fucking Burnout.
Right.
I knew you were
found Burnout. I have Burnout 3 on the Xbox in there, but
Paradise.
that's not back compatible. So be played on the original Xbox.
Oh, and I've played like all the Burnout games. One of my favorite franchises.
I just bought Burnout Paradise Remastered for $3 on the PSN store. Buy it. It's fucking good.
I think I've already got it. I've got it everywhere. I don't know how many times.
But Burnout Revenge, like the 360 version, is rare because it was on Xbox and PS2. This come afterwards, I think. a year afterwards, or 6 months afterwards, or something. Like I don't know exactly, but it's nice to have. My 360 game collection's getting. I mean, there's three exclusives and one third party, but they
There's
were.
some good.
I'm
There's
only
some.
getting third
There's
party
some
from
good
the
games. There's
if
some
they're
good
back to
games.
pat
You've got some good
with
games.
Series X.
There's some decent games.
Yeah, like Enchanted Arms. That's a
Yeah, I
good
was trying to remember
fucking
because I was trying to remember what Syndicate was, and I remember once I looked it up, and it was the one I was thinking of because of the
what?
scene where he's like stabbing the guy in the face with the needle. Syndicate,
What's that?
Syndicate.
Oh yeah.
Because I was trying to think if it was
Apparently,
the one I was thinking of, and it
apparently
was.
it's a good game.
It's pretty fucked.
Like,
Yeah, like there are some moments, like some brutal takedowns and stuff you can do, some cool stuff.
includes a 4-player co-op experience, which is
Oh,
if you find your PS3, get Syndicate. We can do some because online's free. Don't forget. So
mm.
online co-op, like ooh,
Is it like story stuff or is it like what is it? I
don't know.
don't know.
I
It
don't
was
know.
so under the radar
I can't play it.
because it was like I remember because I said there's so many
I can't
games
play it.
that there was out, but I had the PS3, but I never really played the PS3. And there's so many games that came out that I won like that took my eye, but like I was big into my Xbox phase, so I just forgot about so many games, like so many games.
The first true RPG adventure on the Xbox 360,
Mm.
which it was,
Which one's that?
2006.
Oh yeah, Enchanted Arms. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was a
fucking
pure
FromSoft, man. Like, who would have thought?
yeah. Millsy, hello, sweetie.
I am sad
What
that
you doing?
Kate's is a bit munted, but
What you doing?
like, if you can
What's
see
up?
the case is a little bit munted with the
What's
I don't
up?
know, like it just feels weird. Like you can't really see it on
Oh yeah, the rimples in it.
like I mean it's an old ass game, but like still the case is
Millsy girl.
weird.
Say hello to everyone, Millsy. Say hello to everyone.
Like no,
She's so sucky.
but
You're being such a sook. You're being
that's
pathetic.
why I'm surprised I'm playing Avowed because I bought a shit tons of stuff that I have to play at some point.
You are being pathetic. She is being pathetic. Look at that face.
Right?
She's being such a pathetic dog. She's like, she's bunging it on. She's trying to play this sad game.
right.
Oh,
Banging on for the freaking camera.
huh? You suck. You suck. But
And,
yeah,
but I'm keen to play Syndicate, so I've got to find another one.
yeah. Well, that's what it's funny. It's funny because I looked it up. I was like, when I was googling Syndicate, it literally says like Syndicate's been discontinued from Origin. The only way you can buy is buy it from eBay. Like people just buy it from eBay. It's like, oh my god. Like how many copies are
Only
on
thing,
eBay?
I'm gonna try and buy the same one from the same seller because I
Oh,
think
they
he's got bulk of them.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, much. Look, how much was it on eBay?
about 40 bucks.
Oh, that's not too bad. I should buy stuff off eBay. Really, I really should.
Actually, it was 49.90,
Some decent
so
stuff.
50 bucks. That ain't fucking bad.
For especially it being sealed. Oh, of course, there's the one I saw there. That's what I wanted to talk about because it was fucking hilarious. Seeing it in the wild was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
So,
wow.
at the shops, what's today? Yesterday, Friday.
The dude's out of
Yeah.
Syndicate copies. God dang it.
Yeah, it was yesterday because I was at the shops yesterday and we got there early because we dropped the kids off and like we'll go to the library, have a day away from the house, get out, do our like do our studies and stuff, do research, whatever. So went to the library, but we went to the shops just beforehand because that's where the library is at. And both like Toymate and EB Games had people like waiting outside. I'm like, my instinct was like they got to be waiting for Pokemon, and I was right, they were. There's a new
Right.
there's a new wave that dropped, and like that Toymate only had like a small comp, like they only had like 30 of these packs come in, and they like people bought multiples of them. They all got gone so quickly, and then people went to EB to buy more. I was like, this is just pathetic. Like
Jesus.
it's ridiculous. Like people like, and there's like they're like school kids that were skipping to go to school, like they were going to go to school late so they could try and get their hands on the Pokemon cards. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, really? Like, it's just cards. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Like, it's like me. Like,
Right?
I like, okay, like I like collecting my Hot Wheels cars and things, but like, I'll just go when I go and not try and like get to the rush, try and get the first wave of shit. Like, if it's there, it's there. Like, that'd be the same if I was collecting Pokemon cards. It'd be like, if it's there, it's there. Like, because that's like with a lot lately. Because there's even this in one of these shops. There's like this Pop Mart. They sell vinyl, like premium vinyl figure, like mystery figures. And every time there's like a big new release or something, so many people are like waiting outside. And it's like, you're paying $30 roughly for a mystery figure that you could go buy 6 and get 6 of the same fucking thing. Like, I don't get people's mentality with these things. Like, these are mysteries. You're gambling on a mystery that you're going to buy that, you know,
Right? Like,
are you going to be able to resell that now that you've opened it? Like, is someone going to pay you that money back equivalent to get, you know, like, people are just
I hope not.
People are cooked. Like, on eBay, that sort of card, it's from the US though. But like, someone's selling 20 packets of that new prismatic Pokemon set that dropped. Like I said, like I said, they dropped Friday, or here in Australia they dropped Friday. There might have been like early in the week in the US. But someone's selling 20 packets of them, and the conversion rate from US to Australian dollars is over $1,000 for 20 packets of cards.
Fuck.
It comes with which are 3 booster packs. So 3 booster packs. Each pack comes with like 12 to 15 cards, most probably 15. So you're getting 45 cards a pack. So that's 45 times that by 20 is whatever that is. For like over $1,000. Like, fuck off. Like, these people scalping is just beyond a joke.
That's fucked up.
It's getting ridiculous. And that's why, like, half these people that are buying stuff is just like, I feel like they wait in the morning to try and buy all these pack ups, which they're mostly just going to re-flip and sell anyway. And it's just pathetic. It's like, don't you have anything better to do than wait for a shop to open to try and swoop in, buy up all these cards where a kid could have like heard about it and been waiting to look forward to it in the afternoon to go get a card, like ask his parents to go get some cards, which he now can't because fucking you've had to go in to swoop in to buy all the packets up to then try and reflip and sell for more money because you just want to try and make a profit.
Right?
Like, it really pisses me off. Like, there's no, it's ruining the fun, like the passion. Like, it's just sad because it's ruining the enjoyment, the passion for people to get into these kind of things. Like, I mean, the companies don't care because at the end of the day they're making money. But like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, that's why I laugh. That's why I laugh when people spend like that one dude I watched a video of where he bought like one time because I told my dad about it the other day, where a dude bought like one booster pack. It was like 15 cards, but it was like a seal, like a you know, the original Generation 1, 151 Pokemon, like OG first release like booster pack.
Yeah.
With the 15 cards. A dude bought one of those for like $200 something, and he opened it up, and all the cards at the end were only worth like 30-cent cards each, so it was only worth like maybe like $2 or $3 at the end, and he spent $200 on. It's like, well, that's what you get. It was $200 because it was sealed. The mystery. That's why the mystery was worth $200. You paid that. You opened it up because you made a choice and found that it was shit inside because it was a gamble, and you know you only got $5, not even $5 worth of cards because of the stupid valuations that people make up. It's just It's just ridiculous. But like, I love when shit like that happens. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
You want to talk about stupid shit? Guess what I saw on the internet? Someone graded a Switch game. It was Pokemon Switch game. Pokemon, I think it was Pokemon, like one of the Sword Shield.
Yeah.
$150.
I don't know how they get the ratio of what things are worth. Like, I feel like if you've got, I feel like you just got to. I feel like this is the smart thing to do: is go study whatever it is to get yourself a qualification in grading, and just start going around grading shit. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like, why can't I just say?
Can they fucking grade this? Like
why can I say, like, I go and grade like it's a new way, but like it's only a
this
whatever
be a 10
it costs.
out of 10 because like
but,
it's not ripped.
You know, can I go and grade this and say it's now worth $500 because I graded it in good quality condition?
Right.
Like, I feel like these people have no control. Like, why are people able to grade things into value that don't, like, you can't just put numerous value on random things, because I feel like that's what people are doing. They're just going, this is 10, that's 500, this is 6, that's 50 cents. Like, That's what I feel like these people are doing. This is how my brain interprets these graders, is going kazabadoo, skabazaba, and that's what they're doing.
Well, don't forget,
Like,
before they came out, they already said the Charizard was hundreds of fucking dollars. Like before they even seen it.
yeah, I know. It's like, how? Like, people just making up monetary values before they even release, just making up things, going, oh, it's going to be in this
Also,
card.
it's fucking FOMO because everyone goes to buy them,
Yeah.
and then everyone thinks, oh, they're gonna miss out.
Uh-huh. I feel like they create that. They do that on purpose.
So they go and grab the fucking armfuls.
Well, it was like a video I watched
It's
on
sad
TikTok.
that grown adults our age are just grabbing armfuls
Well,
of Pokemon.
that was like the video. There was a video of
And then you see them doing videos. It's open. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sad. Oh, nothing in there. Oh, look, you bought all these fucking booster packs.
I know. I don't know what it is. Why people are so that.
They,
I don't even know how these people.
armfuls,
I
they
don't even
open
know how
them
these
and they
people
got
have this much
nothing.
money. How these people are even grateful to have this much money to just go waste it on Pokemon. I want to know how these people are, because you look after these people. They look like how I don't know how their money's coming from somewhere, because they look like they don't have a job. But then they don't have a job, but somehow they're making money off this process, which is like, how? How are you making this money off this process? Because not just you're doing it. There's like hundreds of other people doing it.
Content.
But hundreds of people are doing it. That's the thing,
Yeah.
though. So how are these people all striving when everyone's doing the same thing? How are they all making money off of it? Because like, it's just ridiculous.
I don't know.
Like, it just seems like
I don't really care because fuck Pokemon cards.
because
They used to be cool when they weren't just scalped and sold.
But like I said,
for
there was a video
profit.
I saw. There was a digital vending machine.
Remember us as kids? Pokemon cards were used to battle.
Yes, that's what they were. So
You
they get
played
collected.
Pokemon with the Pokemon card.
Yep.
They weren't graded. They weren't put in little.
The only reason
sleeveys
I
inside
started
the
collecting
sleeve,
it for
inside
a
the
while
sleeve.
was because I'd bought a couple. Like, this has been recently in the last like 10 years. The only reason ended up getting back into it for a while there was I'd buy a pack because I was like, heard there was like certain like Pokemon, not animals, so I guess they are that, like certain Pokemon that I liked, and I'm like, oh, I want to get my hands on, try and get that card, and then I've like buy some, don't get it because I just want that card for myself, because my Pikachu's
Right.
or something, because I like that type of Pokemon. And I know it's in that wave, so I'm like, oh, okay, I want to get that wave to try and get one of those cards. You buy a couple because you don't get it. Then you start getting a decent collection. You go, well, might as well try and collect the set now. So then you get hooked trying to buy them just to complete the set. And it's just like, but half of these people aren't even doing that. People aren't even buying cards to collect the sets. Like, I've got mine in organized set folders because I'm collecting them as a set I wanted to complete. And there's so many that I've never been able to finish because it's just a fuck system, because how often they release cards too. Like,
Yep.
it's just it's just gone in with a rooted system. Like, it's just like literally how they work now is it's designed now for a scalping process to be sold cards. Like, they literally really, because they come out like every month now. There's a new wave, or at least two waves every month.
You do notice that the Pokemon company realised this and they're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah,
they keep
that's
feeding
what they're doing now. So what they do is that's why the cards come out that much. It's not for people to collect. It's for people to buy and try and sell. So they have them in sets. People buy them to try and get those certain cards. They spend so much money trying to buy this, chase those rare cards, and then grade them and sell them. And it's trying to create this flip markets for them to make money. But like, at the end of the day, Pokemon Company are laughing because people are buying all their cards up. They're just picking out cheap plastic, like paper. Not even plastic, it's paper. Like, one wash and those cards are fucked. Like, like, they're not. They could have easily made the cards as a protective layer and still sold them for an affordable price. They know exactly what they're doing. They know. Like, it's just printed. They can print things a million times over. They just make it. That's why these cards are becoming rare. Like, they'll be, oh, there's a Charizard, there's only 500 print. Yeah, because they chose to do that. They could have printed a million copies of that Charizard or something, There's nothing stopped them from doing it. Like, it's just stupid.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, as I said, they know exactly what they're doing. And this, again, it's Japan. They know exactly what they're doing.
They encourage it because they get money. Like,
exactly.
I mean, Pokemon's always profitable. Now it's just times
Like,
up by 10.
that's the problem now. Is because they know that's exactly what it is, and that's how it works now. It's a money grab for them, and they know people are scalping and doing this whole flipping and selling.
Like, I would never get Pokemon cards again, I think.
I just can't do it. Like, unless I know
The only ones
get,
I
like,
would get is the original 151.
Yeah.
If I can complete a 151 set, then I'm good.
Well, they did that with a re-release. They re-released that set, and you could go for the 151 again, which was cool.
Yeah,
I've got
but
most of it. Good on here
Yeah,
somewhere.
but fucking scalpers took them too, fuckers.
No, that's board game. That's going to.
Even though they were the original cards,
But like,
there was nothing
I mean, it makes sense. It was hard.
amazing about them.
I mean, it makes sense with some of the original cards because they came out in the 90s and it was normal back then. Of course, they're not going to exist, and then they re-released them a couple of times. But like, at least they were the traditional, like 151. Like, you could literally get the traditional 151, just a modern re-release. That's all it was. Oh, how many folders have I got under here? I got my folders stashed.
It's just fuck me dead. Like, just over it.
So is that all my folders? Oh no, there's another one. Fuck, how many folders have I got? I forgot how many folders I have. That's like the jumbo cards too. Fucking goofy ass jumbo cards.
The jumbo cards.
Yeah, Jim, look.
Hell.
I got it in my hand.
Yeah, the jump.
But like, they were the 25th anniversary ones. So I got, and they're all the starters. And I was buying those for a while. Then I nearly had most of the starter sets because you knew exactly what you're buying when you're getting them. There's 3 cards per thing, and there's like only a couple. I think there's only like 2 generations or 3 generations that I'm missing. I'll try and find them at some point. But they were a 25th anniversary thing, so you got the different starters. So you got your, you know, and they came 3 cards in a pack. Like
fucking Grookey.
You know, the generations. But where was it? There actually is a set of cards here. Now we're talking about it. Yeah, there it is. It's the re-release. It's generations. They of course they added like a newer, like GX. What is it? It's an EX. EX version, but it's just a higher. It's all it is. It's still the same original card, so they just changed some out and added cooler like versions of the card. So they just made it look nicer, which is not bad. Like, you still got the original versions. They just added a little bit more like that. Look at how old school that looks. Like, and that's it. That's exactly how the original ones look. They just reprinted them. But now they're not the same because they're a reprint. But it's the exact same designs. Like,
it's the exact same. Like
the Charmander. Look, it's the original Charmander print from the original 151 first release. Like, it's still the exact same design. It's just a 2020 or 19, whatever it was, version release. That's all it is.
Right.
I missed the Charmander. Oh no, I got the Charizard. Yeah, see, that different Charizard releases in that one too. Like that. I got that. I remember I got theirs. I got the one there. But like that, I've got it in my hands. Oh, I put my fingers all over it. Oh, it's $100 and something worth card. I'm touching it. Oh no, oh no, it's a $200 card. Oh, you're ruining it. Oh well, it's my card. I'm not going to fully ruin it. I still paid money for it. It's nice to say that I've got it and I can touch it. But yeah, like, they did some of that. Like, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many are missing from this set, which kind of sucks. But it was the generations, and this is when it started happening, when people started getting into cards and collecting shit. At least I got a couple of the secrets that were in that set too. Got a Trainer Brock and the Dragonite. They're really cool how they made the versions, these shiny EXs. They're really nice. We got the Blastoise as well in that set.
The Blastoise. Ooh, that one.
So I've actually got all of them. Actually, that's the only one I put in the sleeve. I didn't even put the fucking Charizard in the sleeve. I put the fucking Blastoise in the sleeve. That's worth nothing. I don't know why. Look, it's in a sleeve. I put it in a sleeve. And like, it's in a game's protective sleeve, and I put that in the thing. But yeah, the Charizard isn't, and the Charizard's worth more. Like, my brain.
In the sleeve.
But it's just, I don't know. It's just at the time I had. I think I couldn't bother taking it back out.
Put in a sleeve, Charlie.
But yeah, so I have the Blastoise, I have the EX Venusaur, and I have the so I've got the 3 EXs in that.
Oh no, that Venusaur's different than the original.
Yeah, it's slightly changed, but it's like
it's on a different angle too.
Yeah, like they're keeping, so you don't get the original version, but like it's from the original, like, if that makes sense. Like, the cards are from the whole lot's the original.
Yeah.
But there's some variation changes to make it that's part of the, which isn't bad. Like, it's only like a couple of cards, and they've added.
You can't beat the original cards. You just can't fucking beat them. Like,
the original. Yeah, here we go. Here's some actual original cards. In my original game folder.
All right.
Like, card folder. Actual, like, these are actual generations. Not generation, like the first, like, print. And I actually got some, like, presumably are knock, like, there's like genuine ones. This is the funny thing too. Like these are genuine ones here, and I'm positive.
Mm.
Like if I go in a couple of pages in, like these are like original knockoffs as well. Like,
Oh, snap.
there we go. These ones here, I believe some of these are original knockoffs. So even then, they've got to be worth something, being that they're like the first time they're like
Right,
gonna make knockoff cards. Like,
the OGs.
yeah, because they looks very suspicious with how they're printed. They have like a green on everything, like a fake green. But yeah, that's crazy looking at my old cards. There's a lot actually here. Never had a Charizard though. The really expensive Charizard. I would have just loved to have one, just to be like, suck on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I would have just loved to have one.
Yeah, but they ain't fucking rare, my boy.
I know, like that's the thing. Even then, with all the cards I had collected from the original cards, even then I never got a Charizard. Like,
No,
if I did
no one did. Like, unless
very
they bought fucking thousands worth of fucking boxes. Like,
25th anniversary cards. That's one. That's a re-release of one. That's the 25th minute. There's the 25th anniversary versions of them in the holo.
Right.
So that's what they looked like, but they've got that 25 badge on them. So, but still, it's in essence
crazy.
But like, it is nice to sometimes look at cards. But like that's why I literally when I was buying like I
That's what I said,
actually
I
was
would-
collecting them.
I
Like,
would literally buy off eBay just a set of 151,
the complete set,
the
yeah,
base set in
yeah.
a binder. I'll be happy with that.
But because the fucking Charizard's worth so much, you'd end up buying the set. You're not paying maybe $10,000 for a complete original
No,
set.
500 for a set of 151.
I don't think you'll get that though.
Yeah, I mean it's a Japanese set, but
Oh, is there one there? Is there?
yeah, there's two. Yeah,
Oh, that's alright then.
Well, there's more. Like, it's got the shinies and shit.
I was going to say because that
151
stupid Charizard ruins the set because of how much because of how much it's worth. So the convenient.
What, the one where he does the dive, like flying at the
that rare one, yeah, because that.
That's the Japanese one, yeah.
Japanese one's different, so. My Pikachu's.
The Japanese ones are the official because it's
Realistically, yeah.
Pokemon's Japanese, but
Still like my
yeah.
Pikachu ones, my Pikachu collection.
Right.
Pikachu card. That's a personal thing that I was doing.
That fucking Blastoise looks so good too. Like the Japanese one. I wouldn't buy a Japanese set though.
They're nice, the Japanese ones.
I mean, it's what that is the official Pokemon card. Like ours are different than theirs. Because they get theirs first and then we get the reprints.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think that's how people knew about the new Charizard and that because Japan had it first.
Yeah.
Like, I probably would buy a full set of Japanese,
system.
maybe, because like it's fuck. See, because then you can look at them side by side with our versions, like
Yeah.
because they're not too dissimilar, but they're not similar either. Like,
Yeah, it's like I got some.
they're way different. Fuck.
That's my second set of the OG cards as well, the re-release. I really had two sets. Yeah, there's my other Charizard.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Charizard.
I'm gonna touch it again. Ooh. The fact that I've got two cards that are worth like $200 or whatever it was. I've got two of them. Like,
right.
Suck a fart. I love the fact that.
Suck a fart.
Suck a fart. I should just post content about my cards so I can get some traction.
Pokeball Mirror. What is that? Oh, there is no Pokeball Mirror.
Yeah.
And there's no Master Ball Mirror, which I don't think it really matters.
I should buy fake cards and rage bait people into like just buy the dodgy cards and rage bait people into like destroying the cards because like just buy cheap knockoffs and just like yeah, it's like oh no. There's a video when I used to do my unboxings though. That was the funny part. That was because
no, Des, because you got the Charizard right. You can show the Charizard and then quickly do a switcheroo and just...
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah. But when I used to do because I used to do unboxing videos before it took off. that was the crazy part, and that's why I got mad about it too, because I put all that time into my videos, and I was doing it before it took off the trend, and when I was unboxing them, there was a few cards that I kept getting the same of, one of the trainer cards or whatever it was, and in the videos when I was doing it, I got mad with the card, and I ripped it up, and I shoved it in my mouth, started chewing on it. The worst mistake I've ever done, because the cards taste like shit. And but yeah, I was like,
it's fucking cardboard with paint. Like,
yeah, the ink. I was like, it tastes so bad. I
the
spat
ink,
it. But
yeah.
but like it was like that's the thing, because I got this one trainer card so many fucking times. I got mad with it, ripped it up, and shoved it in my mouth just for a bit. I was like, I regret doing this, but I'm like, it's just like, yeah, it's just funny.
I just found Pikachu cards for you.
Yeah.
The Burka Gem.
Burka?
Lot 4 Pikachu, Burka Gemma, Batik, Zatu, Staryu, Flower Pokemon card.
Fuck?
It's Pikachu cards in a sweater.
Oh. Okay.
There's 4 of them. There's 4 Pikachus in
Okay.
sweaters.
Random. I don't know. This is going on a tirade, but anyway, that's just a tirade for another day.
It's weird.
Yes. So yeah, so that's just the craziest thing that I fucking it's just mental, the people's state for things, the waves and trends. Like I said, I was fucking mad that I was into it, and I was like doing it, did all the work and everything. No fucking acknowledgement for all the work I put into it. And then all these people come around and start doing the same shit I used to do with unboxing the cards. Now it's the thing that people do, and I'm mad because I put so much fucking time and effort and energy into doing it, all for nothing. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but it's just, even to this day, there's still no acknowledgement of me existing in that space. It's just like, I contributed to this community. I deserve some goddamn respect.
The goddamn respect.
It's like, fuck. Like everything. Everything. I just deserve some goddamn respect. Nah. Anyway, I want to go back and play some games. I'm done. You done? You got anything else?
I'm
done. You done? We done? That's.
Are you done? I'm done. Are you done? We're done.
We're done. You're done. You're done.
You're done.
But yeah, yes, Jim. We can sit here and say we're done all day, but like, do you want? Are we done? Do you want to wrap it up? Do we?
Yes, I need to go to fucking bed. I thought it was nothing. I did a year for a fucking change.
I know.
You were talking, I was just like,
it gets like that.
I'm like, fuck.
It's because of like tiredness
and
simulation and all that shit.
But yes, Beardies and Beardettes, thank you for joining us for another week. Hopefully, you wasn't too bored of this one. This was a.
I mean, by the time they find out about this on the Spotify, it'll be a week late. So
yeah. But we appreciate you watching, listening, your eye holes and ear holes. We have been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye.
Oh, I just realized next week we'll be in March.
Yeah, already. Crazy, isn't it?
It's fucked. We're not even 10 episodes in.
Crazy, isn't it?
Fucking crazy.
Crazy.
Oh my.
It's crazy.